You're beautiful but unsatisfied since day one. You were getting teased and it scarred you when you were young. Now you're getting older and you've been on the grind. Your paper off the scale so you feel like it's time. So you got a nose job, that's the primary thing. People teased you as a kid and for some reason you hit. Always into high fashion, girl, you heavy like lead. Liposuction out your shell like a chicken and egg. Feeling confident but now you're becoming obsessed. First your nose, then your weight, now your butt and your breast. It's a vanity fair, cosmetic overdose. Fiending for a next operation like it was dope. Now you feel the need to skin pill, your skin's no good. But if those around you were real, they'll tell you the truth. Just because you spending thousands, that don't make it alright. Had one problem, now it's many going under the knife. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, face lines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, face lines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. Come on. Vanity Fair, yeah. Changing one or two things, cool, girl, do you? Do you wanna be beautiful and look like you? Or do you wanna look like someone you saw in a magazine or video, but not in the raw? I like nice shaped bodies, bikinis Brazilian, but too much of anything just isn't appealing. Some people spend a lifetime, even $1 million. No grace like those unhappy with chilling. A girl with a big butt, big lips, small hips is what we all love to see, and men dream about this. There is nothing wrong with getting something broken fixed. Some women get a breast job cause cancer assists. Some women want to please their man and insist. And a woman really loves you if she wants to do this. But abuse ain't the same as intention with care. So be careful of the drug called the Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair.
Hey everybody, how are y'all today? We're not going to listen to that any longer. I want to get into this because I've been cracking my ass up since last night about this. I didn't know this happened, and when I found it, I about fell out. Hey Rachel, hey Elle, hey Saucy, hey FU Tragedy Pimps, Mochas, hey D, hey Makeup Mobster, Welsh, Hope, Marcy, Cool Gamer, Lorraine, Sharkbait, JJ, Cherish, Amethyst, Miss Lee, Darlene, Diane, Peg, Revival, Linda, Sweet Sativa, Pebbles, and Deborah. All right, so Molly did a live the other night, I guess. We're just going to kind of hop into this because, like I said, I've been cracking my ass up. So I'm going to give you guys some background, and then we're going to hop into a stream and kind of bounce all over. But, well, not all over, but I still can't believe this bitch. I cannot believe this bitch. So as y'all know, they have been setting up nothing but this narrative based off of fabricated information in the Marvon McRae story. We've all seen it. It's been happening since Molly got involved July 6th. Molly, Katie, Justin, Elle, all of them got involved in this story in the beginning of July. They all came in hot and heavy. A few of them backed out. Every one of them was a part of the foundation of the story. No matter which way you look at it, they were a part of the foundation. However, once again, we know that what they've claimed all along has not been true. The refunds and things like that started because there was questions being asked. There was other lives being done. There was a lot of stuff happening on Facebook, YouTube, but not those YouTube creators. We all knew that Letitia already had secured enough money for an attorney at that point in time, and they were still continuing to do more and more things. That's why refunds were requested. Again, didn't have anything to do with the creators. They were still hot and heavy collecting funds on behalf of the family. So no matter which way they try to twist it, it is what it is. Well, moving forward, we've seen all what they've done. I've exposed text messages, their group chats, all of it. You cannot fight the facts. And the facts are, unfortunately, the family was very involved with these creators. Well, fast forward, they go to Arizona, or not Arizona, they go to Georgia. So they go to Georgia, but that intention, everybody keeps saying, oh, they went to look for Quentin and all that. No, they didn't. Molly, that was not Molly's intention all along. We told you all that. We've showed you she was trying to stir up stuff in this story. That's been her intention. If you go look at her most popular videos, one of these from her Savannah trip, a couple of those are in a couple of her highest viewed because her views had been dropping. She needed something again in this story. This has been her only content for months, but it's fabricated content because there's been no facts, there's been no changes throughout the story. So they get to Savannah. They do all this stuff. We know that they announced that he passed away before the family had even heard, which was not true, not factual. But they went ahead and did it. They've left videos up. They've not corrected really much of that. But then all of a sudden that article pops up, right? This is where we're going to go. So buckle up because we've been talking about this whole foundation. And y'all remember that I said that the article was based out of Nigeria? Y'all remember me saying that? Well, I was wrong. It's not out of Nigeria. But Molly, that shows me you've been watching my content. Because if you would have done your research, you would have seen that it was out of Johannesburg, South Africa. But you don't research shit. And you just run with shit you're told or you hear. So let's get into this because this also involves a bunch more people than just Molly. So she did a live the other night, said she was going to somewhere in New Jersey. I think she was going to her mom's or something. And again, she buries a lot of these topics in the middle of her live. So I didn't watch this until last night. And when I saw that this was happening, I was cracking up. So I'm going to mute myself and we're going to just watch it. Again, we're starting in the middle of this live because I'm only picking out certain pieces of it. I am not about to listen to her for 3 hours. Not doing it. So let's go.
Because I won't let you see. Stop me. So for years, if I'm in a hotel, I'd be like, Adrian, put on something comforting. Like, what do you want? And I'd say, forensic files. I'm sorry, but I find the narrator to be very comforting. Don't take Zeposia if you had a heart attack, chest pain, stroke, or mini stroke. MollyGoLightly wish list. Wishing for a vacuum cleaner. Zeposia may cause serious side effects, including infections that can be life-threatening and cause death, slow heart rate, liver or breathing problems. My birthday is coming. Macular edema, please. And I never celebrate my birthday, but I will be in Las Vegas for my birthday. And I am doing a meet and greet there. Tell your doctor if you were pregnant. Are there new episodes? I haven't seen this one. And I will be in Florida in a couple days. Ask your doctor about once daily Zeposia. Years faster than did you guys see my new Dre McCray video? You see things differently. Told you that bitch is pushing the narrative. Told you. That's okay. There's a point in action. Oh, I can't say it right now, but. And that's the thing. I hate keeping secrets from my Patreon, but I have to. Call 800-710-0002.
All right. So here she is. This is about the 35-minute mark in the video, as you can see. She mentions Dre, and she says that there's a plan of action. And she says, did you see my new video? Did you see my new video? Yeah, the one that was horribly disgusting. Nothing but filth of you disparaging a man, a U.S. Marine veteran who attempted to unalive himself. That's the facts of what you did. You kept mocking this attempt. Yeah, we all saw it. You're disgusting. But your plan of action, isn't it interesting that you are so selfish? You don't care about the family. You know that what you're doing is causing further damage, but you don't care about that. This is all about you and your ego. So she continues. She doesn't really say much in this part. But then we're going to fast forward because this is where it gets really interesting. And my other questions are, why the fuck are you in a hotel room? You're not sick. You have nothing. Like, you want to talk about sick? I was sick as a dog. You're not sick. There's nothing wrong with you. Why are you in a hotel room, then go into Florida, Then you're going to Vegas for your birthday. And can I just say that as a Capricorn, I am absolutely embarrassed that you're a Capricorn. Yeah, absolutely embarrassed. But that's that. Let's continue. Give me a minute. I got to fast forward this shit because there's a lot that doesn't make sense, but this is going to get fun and you guys are all going to crack up because this just thrills me to no end.
Tell your doctor.
On the Peloton.
There is a slight movement of the hand.
The man reached across from the passenger seat and put the keys in the ignition. The man must have grabbed Rhonda's car keys out of camera range as soon as she got out of the car.
One thing that stood
Notice how out of it she is, but maybe it's just me.
out to me as a woman is never let them take you to the second spot. If you get into a car, you go to the second spot. Most likely, you just sign your death certificate.
Despite the
What the fuck does she mean by that?
Still weren't clear enough to identify the suspect.
In this case, it was just.
What does she mean by that? Did you guys hear that? The second spot? Yes, my husband knew, yeah.
Some answers, but investigators weren't any closer.
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah.
Unexplained.
What does that mean? That's true. You never go to a second location. What does he mean? What did she mean? She said the second spot, the second parking space.
Domino's online.
Why are her eyes going crossed? Can anybody explain this to me? Because I don't know what she is taking, but between the eyeballs going every which way and the jaw, I have such a hard time watching her. But I digress. Let's continue. And yes, it's a little boring here, but just wait. It's a buildup.
Online carryout deal includes all your favorites for just $7.99 each. So let's play a word association game. Dips and twists.
$7.99.
8-piece wings.
$7.99.
Large one-topping pizzas.
$7.99.
She means fight.
Domino's.
Oh, you better believe no one's taking me down without a good fucking fight. That's all I need is to fucking be put away for fighting for my life and actually him not getting up to breathe. Then I'm going to go down for murder. Oh, wouldn't YouTube have a blast? She's guilty. She killed somebody. No, motherfucker. He was trying to kill me. He wanted my body.
Hey, you gotta see this.
All right. We all know that that's not going to happen. That's not going to be the case, Molly, as much as you like to try and convince everybody and you put that out there all the time. That's just not going to be the case. But maybe sooner or later, you'll find some way to get your documentary, but that's not going to be it.
How do you know? Because I know. I didn't know him. He was following me. He just didn't know how fucking strong I was, so I had to do what I had to do. Listen, you think that I'm just gonna be his victim? No.
Only thing fucking strong on you, Molly, is that jaw. That's it.
I'm going out with a fight. Oh, well, you didn't have a weapon on. Yeah? Well, it's either kill or be killed.
Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, urinary tract or genital
Taken somewhere else?
men, and low blood sugar. Ketoacidosis
Fuck
is a
him.
serious side effect that may lead to death.
You think you're gonna kill me? Fuck you.
Bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial
Yeah, but then me,
reaction or ketoacidosis.
fucking have me, then in there, back to the jail. I'll be like, another mugshot. Like, no, he was gonna kill me. How do you know? Because I
Molly, does it chap your ass that not only do I call you out on all of your lies, but there's no mugshot that you'll ever find of me? You know why? Because I've never had one taken. That's going to chap your ass. There's a lot of things that are going to chap your ass. But keep digging. That's the fun part.
I know what I know.
Leon the third, Leon the second, and Leon the first of them all. 3 generations.
I actually went in for questioning. Hudson County detectives took me in for questioning back in 2016. And he said, "Are you a lawyer?" And I said, "No." No, he said, "Do you have a law degree?" And I said, "No, I do not." He goes, "You sure do talk like one." And I said, "I watch a lot of Nancy Grace." He goes, "Don't give me the Nancy Grace bullshit." And I said, "Well, if you know everything about me, then you would know. I sure do watch a lot of Nancy Grace."
I've always been prone to hair thinning.
I was getting older.
And then he said, "Enough of the Nancy Grace shit." That's what he said to me.
Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist.
Swear to God, he said that.
I am back to
Start your hair growth journey at Nutrafol.com.
Why do nearly 1 million businesses choose Stamps.com to mail and ship? Stamps.com is convenient. You get the services of the post office right on your computer. Stamps.com saves you money with great rates from USPS and UPS. Mail letters, ship packages, anytime, anywhere, for less. A lot less. Get our special TV offer, a 4-week trial plus postage and a digital scale.
Does any
What is the deal with this? Can anybody explain the complete zone out, the lip thing, the mouth thing? I know that this is obviously something she's done forever, but if you go back and look at videos from 4 years ago of hers, I mean, it's only gotten so much worse. I just don't understand. Is it an unconscious or a subconscious tick or something? I don't know. It just disgusts me to no end. I'm sorry. I just have to say that because I sit here and watch her. She builds up, though. She does all these things, and then watch how she builds into this. This is the part that just, she goes from one extreme to the other. She goes from, oh, I'm going to have a documentary because I'm going to get killed. Basically, that's what she's trying to put out in the universe because she really wants to be famous. That's what she wants. And then she just goes through all these motions, and you're like, what is happening here? And usually it's all a bunch of lies.
Anybody have Stamps.com?
The murders of Damaris Wynn and Rhonda Ward were 5 months and 15 miles apart. Investigators had the killer's DNA, but no clues to his identity. His DNA was not in any of the state or
I bet you it was a white man.
databases. In our state, if you were convicted of a violent offense, it would require to provide a DNA sample.
Makeup mobster, every time she does that, all I can see is Popeye the Sailor Man, thanks to you.
Included in our database. The requirement became effective in 2002.
Spartanburg?
So either the killer had never been.
Oh shit, there's my little Brandy. How are you, sweethearts? Brandy's sweetie.
Their files for any crimes similar to these murders.
Brandy, you gonna stick up for me when I have to?
They learned that
you gonna investigate for me? You gonna be out there with a picket sign? Justice for MollyGoLightly. Justice for MollyGoLightly. Justice. Oh, that sounds terrible. Justice for GoLightly. Justice for GoLightly. I'm like, yeah. I'll be like this. Yeah. What did you miss? Ow. Oh.
This was a bad hand to the court, and I've seen some of the lowest.
Any guesses what comment was just asked or questions were just asked? Any ideas, any guesses what was asked? Okay, I'm sure y'all will catch on. We'll just continue, but y'all know how this goes. Y'all know, like, we've seen it all. We can point it out. We can set her lives up for her.
And think about Frederick Evans. You look at him, it doesn't scare you.
35-year-old Evans.
Oh shit, he's black.
Divorced with a 13-year-old daughter.
See, this is bad. You black? Everyone, just stop.
2000. This was only the latest in a series of crimes that began.
It's sharp.
Frederick Evans had one assault and battery with a 10 kill. He sliced the man's throat with a box cutter.
Girl, what you waiting on? We get that money? No, I'm waiting for this pain to go away. You're watching? Forgot.
In either murder. Police decided to call his
Who's she doing the interview with? That's what's important. Oh, God.
He said, what did she say?
It's so sharp.
Every time she's asked a question, conveniently, this happens.
Mr. Evans, you know what she said.
Who's she doing the interview with?
Evans fell for this ruse and changed his story.
His story was that they knew each other. It was consensual sex. Got rough. They got in a fight. And she tried to stab him, and he turned around and stabbed her.
That's not even a good Lifetime
Oh my
television.
God.
That's just ridiculous.
They come out of nowhere.
Obtained Evans' DNA, and the test results left no doubt.
Neural
His DNA
appointment? I
matched
forgot.
the
Next
biological
month.
evidence from Rhonda Ward's rape test kit.
Can I show or tell? I mean, I can't show. I don't have it. It was on YouTube for a while, and when they took it down, the producer struck it, ripped it the fuck down. I saw it, but the producers, they fucking zoomed in and ripped it down. Are you and Flavor good now? I don't want anything to do with her. No. I don't want anything to do with people that fucking set up Letitia Bias.
Ding, ding, ding. Guess what? Letitia Bias was never set up, Molly. You know that. I know that. Letitia knows that. Flava, how did Flava set Letitia up? I don't really know what's going on with all of that, but Flava wasn't even the one that filed the report to get a refund. That's what's interesting about this whole thing is she keeps trying to put people in this that didn't even ask for refunds. Molly, you need to start listening to the full statements that are made. But we're going to let you continue because this gets so good. So good. Y'all, I get a shout out. Well, not really because she still won't say my name, but she's getting there. Flava and her, she don't like Flava. Flava's in with all of the other girls in the drama stuff, but we know Molly. Like, it's all for a show, and this is all being set up, and there's going to be a lot of fallouts coming, but that's here nor there.
There's more to that shit. They fucking gave her money to try to set it up and look like she was a fucking thief.
All right. So any of you that don't know how this actually went, Letitia Bias came to social media and asked for help to raise funds for the Justice for Vaughn Fund. That's what it was termed. If you don't believe me, go seek the proof on Facebook. It's all there. You can see her own words. You can see her posts. It's all been put out there. Letitia asked for help. People started donating to Letitia at the end of June. Again, these creators weren't even involved until July 6th. Fundraising started June 26th, 2022. It moved from Letitia Bias's private account on her profile to the Justice for Vaughn and Exposing Dre McCrae groups. Then they posted a Cash App asking for help with legal fees and travel expenses to be able to see Marvon. Then the creators got involved on July 6th. But Molly forgets that she even questioned the reality of this fundraiser and had questions that she wanted to ask and things when she first got involved. Well, quickly, that all went right away. And they pushed this fundraiser endlessly over and over and over again. People had started donating from the Facebook world, from the Facebook groups. That's where things had started. The first refund was requested on July 10th. Again, all of that proof is on Facebook. It's all there. And the first refund had nothing to do with Katie. Katie was still actively covering this story, still passing off misinformation in this story, still putting up their cash absence or with the Jacksons. She didn't push the fundraisers as much. I think she only posted the GoFundMe, but then the Jacksons, her text messages are out there. You can read them yourself. She posted them. I've seen them. They're all over. And the fact of the matter is, that's what it was. Nobody set Letitia up. Period. Point blank. End of story. That's just the way it is. The facts are the facts. But let's let Molly continue to tell us how she's been set up.
No, I don't forgive any of those fucking people. They set a lot of shit up. Not only that, one of these people paid some fucking bullshit company in, this is one of Katie's camp, or one of those nonsensical bullshit people. They paid a...
That's me. Y'all, that's me. I made it to the big time. This fucking clown. First of all, wake up, people. I have never been associated with Katie. I'm not a part of Katie. I don't even agree with Katie's content. Like, I've said this so many times, but Katie was covering the facts and she admitted she was wrong. And I knew that she wasn't a part of this refund stuff at the beginning. I had no idea who she was. She's been nothing but decent to me. She came on panels. She admitted to the wrongs. She said that she wishes she would have had facts in the, like, I don't know what else we can do. There's comments on Facebook, you know, people that have been around me for years, but these guys are all still, I'm a part of Katie or blah, 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 which is entertaining because I wake up every day and I'm somebody new, which that's totally fine. But this bitch won't even say my channel name because that's how triggered she is. Now, pay attention. She said, I paid for the article. Bitch, show those receipts. Prove it. You can't because I didn't even know the article exists before your camp put it out there. I learned about the article from your camp. And guess what? It was all over Twitter before I even knew it existed too. Who hangs out on Twitter? The antis. Who doesn't hang out on Twitter? Nonsense. Me. I don't like Twitter at all. I got Twitter to be able to message Navy. That's it. Period. Point blank. That's the truth. But Molly, honey, I didn't pay for shit. Not one time to have no article written because there was no way, as much work that I've done, would I be out here putting factual information out over and over again to only go pay for a slime ball article like that. But let's let you continue in your story here because it gets even better. And Molly, does it chap your ass that you absolutely cannot say my channel name because you know you'll lose subs once they see the truth? Doesn't that chap your ass? You are hell-bent and your little cronies on finding out who I am. That's why you have Penelope deployed in the position she's deployed in. Tell me I'm wrong because I'm not. And guess what? I don't associate with those channels you're trying to get her in with. I don't. They don't know who I am. And at the end of the day, what's it going to do for you when you do dox me? You're going to touch my real life? I'm going to tell you again, go for it. But just remember, I don't play like you guys do. I base everything on the facts. And the facts are, you're a clown. But let's continue. Remember, you all, I put it out there that I said in my video, the article stemmed from Nigeria. Total mistake that I said Nigeria, but I knew, like, once I said it, I was like, oh, let's see where this goes. Well, you'll see exactly where it went. And yeah, if you have questions about what I do know there, Penelope isn't the sweet, innocent little thing. Remember, Penelope, aka Lori Lane, was the one deployed to put everybody on that I was Katie. Conveniently enough, guess who one of the first people to start emailing people about this article and try to paint it that it potentially could be Katie or Uni behind it? The antis, EKC. Yeah, there's proof of it out there.
Fucking, this is the truth, right? They paid a website in Nigeria to make up that news article.
That's how I know the bitch has been listening. Right there, because the article is out of Johannesburg, South Africa. That's where the article comes out of. And conveniently enough, earlier in this video, Molly actually has followers from South Africa. Now, granted, I think that this is just one of those sites that takes articles and puts them out there at high rates of speed. I have no idea if you can submit it. I don't know actually how it got there. I don't know if we'll ever be able to find out. But this channel, this SNBC 13, has been around, has been posting stuff. This isn't just something that, and she runs with everything because we put it out there and she picks up certain pieces of it and there we go. Yeah, there's a lot about that, but you know, I'm just here putting out the truth, and that's just that. And the truth is, this has all been a concocted scheme from that camp. Her Patreons, remember, at the same time when Molly was putting this out there is many of her Patreons that are in Dre's private group that know that there was never such a post. There was never such anything to start these lies. Not once did one of those slime ball Patreons correct her. Not a single time. Think about that for a minute. We are talking about somebody's life and death, and those slime balls don't even have the balls to correct her on that. Think about that.
One day it was there, and then it came back as a hoax, right?
And actually how it went down is the article magically popped up the morning after they announced it and called his family, got his family all up in arms because, again, they don't have communication. So they learned from Molly that this was possibly happening, which it wasn't. But then magically the next morning, this article pops up. I saw it way after the fact when Justin was live, as I've shown the clips, how it all walked through. Justin was live streaming and I was screen recording and it popped up. That's how we all learned that these things were cooking out here. It was already put out there on Twitter. Nonsense came in late to that one, but okay. I'll take the blame for whatever, because again, no receipts, no facts whatsoever. Just take her word for it and run with it. I mean, this is what they do. The article came up that he had passed away. Then once people started getting called out, who ran with the article? Let's talk about that. Molly, Justin, and Elle. And a few other people from their camp. That's it. And then people springboarded off of their content and put it out there as fact. No verification, no nothing. Even people that are against these people put it out there as fact. The article went down after they got called out that it was not. There was a lot of questions there. There was a lot of things that didn't add up. There was a lot of people looking at this. Molly, if you Google SNBC13.com, the Facebook page links to Pennsylvania. That's just random. That Facebook page has been around forever. I put that out there, honey, and you ran with that. Go back and look at articles from way back in the year. Some from Pennsylvania. They pull stuff from everywhere. But let's let you continue because it just gets better and better with you.
And what they did is they had it pinned to the state of Pennsylvania as if it was me. Like I put it out. Yeah. They did it to make me, right? They made it look as if I put it out.
Again, that's not the case. That's just not the case. You can go Google it yourself and look. It doesn't link the article. The Facebook page linked to Pennsylvania, Molly. This is why you need to listen and research stuff. The Facebook page links to Pennsylvania. Conveniently, it links there. There's been other articles from all over the place. They just grab all sorts of stuff and put it up there. But you don't listen to hardly anything and you pick and run with certain stuff. I don't think you're smart enough to do an article like that personally. Do I think it's coincidental that all of this stuff happened? No, absolutely not. But there's some things that you'll just never be honest about, will you, Molly?
They did that all to get views and pin it all on me. They're still pinning it on me. I think Letitia and Mr. Marvin Jackson, why not? No, that I would never do something like that.
Molly, why is it that Letitia won't talk to you anymore? Why is it that when you were in Georgia, you ignored Letitia's calls when she tried to call you? Why is that, Molly? Do you really think the Jacksons and the biases think that this is something that you would never do? Because if they do believe that, they've never watched you. This is totally something that you did. We don't have to talk about it as in if it happened. It did happen. You created this entire story off of nothing because you needed content. We're not the ones that needed content, clicks, or views. Baby girl, Molly, does it chap your ass that I still haven't made a dime? I'm not monetized. Does that just chap your ass that not only am I factual, but I'm doing it for free? That sucks to be you when you exploit every single thing. And you can't even do it with facts. It would be one thing if you were factual about a single thing. You're not. You exploit stories you create because it benefits you. I hardly even put my channel out there. I don't go panel hopping. I don't do any of that stuff. I sit in my own little bubble. And I'm great with that. Because at the end of the day, again, my integrity will outlast you any day.
I used to have this little quote, you know what you call defendants who don't testify at trial?
Cluster headaches.
Inmates.
It's terrible. What they did to Miss Letitia, this is the thing. This one thing I will say is you have to understand something.
The only way is
And this actually gets lost in the weeds. Do you know why Dre McRae hates Miss Letitia so much? I'll tell you. Dre hates Miss Letitia because Miss Letitia always hated Dre. That is the fact.
Say what? What did you just say? What? Come again? Dre hates Letitia because Letitia has always hated Dre. Molly, do you realize that Letitia made many posts saying that she never hated his wife, that she, gave him advice, but she always stood by her? Do you forget all that all of that exists, that Letitia claims that she didn't hate Dre, that she just wanted what was best for her son? And I mean, how many times have we heard her say that? Make it make sense, Molly, because that doesn't make sense. If you listen to Marvin's own words, you'll understand why there was distance in the family. Letitia did not raise Marvin. Letitia and Marvin had a strained relationship. As his wife, I'm sure she had opinions on that. Letitia has never even met Raza, which is Marvin's youngest son. Never met any of them. Marvon Sr. and Wynette met them one time. But that makes no sense because we've seen posts. You guys have made these stories about, oh, she's done nothing to her ever. She just wanted the best for her son. Why are you throwing this out here, Molly? Once again, who's bringing Letitia into this, Molly? We haven't been talking about Letitia for quite some time, except to respond to you.
That's why she goes so hard on him. Because everybody
turns himself in. He appeared exactly like the composite sketch. We have him with no.
Of course I didn't do that. I don't need content that bad. Fuck.
It was not a cheerful day for prosecution.
I couldn't believe they let him walk to possibly do this.
I personally do not believe he's alive.
We all know that you do. You've actually been praying for your next big story. Do you forget that you said that too? Like, you have been struggling for content and begging for people to buy items off your wish list because you're struggling so bad. Do I think that you absolutely did this for content? Yes, 100%. That's exactly what it is. There is no ifs, ands, buts about it. The facts are the fucking facts, Molly. Once again, and your ass absolutely fabricated information and put it out there. You did that. Nobody else forced you to do that. You made a choice and you did it. So yes, 100%, I believe with all of me, in my opinion, based off the facts, you absolutely helped fabricate this information. Yep.
Sir.
But it doesn't matter what I think. I don't think that he should be brought back alive if he flatlines. I think he should be let go.
I thought it didn't matter what you thought. First of all, you say, it doesn't matter what I think. And then you continue to talk about if he flatlined. Is it if or did he? Justin announced it that it's 100% factual that he flatlined. Meanwhile, you guys were telling us that you could get no information. Nobody knew anything. Nobody knew a single thing about his condition, where he was at, nothing. Remember that? But then Spanky claims that he knows that he flatlined or coded twice. And now you say it's not your business, basically, but you're going to still make it your business. And no, there is absolutely no facts to support any of her claims that he is not with us. There is no facts to support that whatsoever at this point in time.
If he's brain dead, then he's being used for his military benefits. Don't you guys agree with me? I think it's beyond cruel if he's being kept alive, right? And for someone
Kay refused to let Wilson inside.
For someone to just come out and say, "Oh, Drake came out and said that,"
and the Delaware State Police did respond, but didn't see anything.
He said something that she said something in her fan club
without any further investigation.
I was wondering why none of her fans came out and spun. One of them did.
Molly, what happened to the Patreon of yours that supposedly fed you that misinformation? Why haven't you named and shamed that person? Oh, wait, does that person not exist? Or was it all a scheme? Because you also planted somebody in her Slay with Raymond Cray group that is still trying to stir trouble. Yeah, you forget. We see what goes on. Why haven't you named and shamed that person? If this person gave you misinformation and told you that Dre made a post, which you know is not factual, and you're admitting to that because you claim that somebody from her group actually did confront you and say, no, there's been no such post. But you already knew that, Molly. You were well aware of that. So again, I'm going to ask you, why didn't your Patreons call you out, the ones that were in this or are in this lay group? And why did you continue with the lie after you knew that there was no such post and you're not outing this person? Isn't that convenient? Convenient how certain times she picks and chooses.
A young, beautiful girl showed me herself
She was awakened again by a noise
next to Dre's picture that she was an active member. It said she hasn't updated anything since like months and months ago. And I felt it. I felt it. I felt responsible to tell everybody that I'm sorry that I reported that.
The only reason why Molly came out and said that she reported that incorrectly is because she got called out on it. That's the only reason Molly did that. Molly knew that as soon as she put that out there and all of this started happening, that there would be drama surrounding it. And what happened? Exactly what we said. She puts out fabricated information. Her views go up. The clicks go up. The money goes up. She doesn't care. She is not apologetic whatsoever. She does not care, because if she did, she would have put it out there as facts. She would have shown the text messages of where supposedly this Patreon sent her this information, but she doesn't, because it's all a setup. Tell me I'm wrong. I'll wait, because the facts are the facts are the facts. And Molly, this was all from your camp. Every single bit of it.
But these little trolls that want to hurt Letitia so bad, they wanted me to tell you all that. And I take responsibility for giving you guys misinformation.
So now we, which now we're trolls, which is fine. I don't care what she calls me. We wanted her to put out this misinformation. So how, again, is that possible, Molly, when you claim that one of your Patreons messaged you about that post? So make that make sense. Which is it? Did we put you up to that to announce misinformation? Because that's not factual whatsoever. And you'll never be able to prove it, but I'll wait for you to do that. Or is it the fact that you don't want to call out your Patreon because it doesn't exist? Because you had Patreons in on it. What is it, Molly? Yeah, she absolutely has said that it came from a Patreon. She never saw the post. And the reason why she went with that is because I called her ass out on that. She watches my content, but she cannot say my name, my channel name, period, because she does not want her supporters and followers to know the facts. The facts are out here, and she knows that more of them, once they see the truth, that she will lose more. But she doesn't care about that necessarily either, because she recycles her followers. So they come and go. She just wants to continue the drama for a show.
But that's the thing. Dre's ultimate goal is to hurt Letitia. So now she's putting on this spinning merry-go-round, right? 95 miles an hour. And now the cops are involved.
When the man left the house, case.
Who involved the cops, Molly? Let's talk for a minute about that. So you encouraged your Patreons to call for a welfare check because you said she was missing and nobody could get a hold of her. You encouraged the family to file a missing persons report, all for content because you created a lie. The cops were involved as of May 23rd, 2022, the date of the incident. But every time Molly doesn't get a reaction, Molly doesn't get her way, they amp it up. They start making police reports, calling CPS, APS. What is it your business? She has somebody stalking her, taking videos outside of her house. Yes, we've got all of that. And now she wants to say the cops are involved. Again, you know why? Because of you, Molly. All off of a fabricated story for content and clicks. All so you could exploit another tragedy. Once again, I'm going to say it. All of you make me sick. Disgusting human beings. You are fighting over a man in his life and not fighting for this man's dignity and his truth and the facts. You all are profiting off of this man's life and his tragedy, his mental illness. And then you mock it.
Son rushed to their neighbor's house for help.
Dre's not picking up the phone for no one. And this is all her fault. This is what she chose to do.
Police arrived to find
What she's doing is horrible. She's going to wind up paying. And I'm telling you, I'm putting these videos out for a fucking reason. She is so fucking guilty. And she's doing it all to herself. Not me. Not Justin. No.
What's she guilty of, Molly? I'll wait. First and foremost, nobody has been charged with any crime in this story whatsoever. And that's a fact. But what's she guilty of? Cutting off communication with toxic family because they aligned themselves with complete and utter trash of YouTube creators who have exploited her husband. You can say all sorts of stuff about her lifestyle, what you disagree with, all of this other stuff. But in your mind, she's guilty because she will not respond to you. But maybe she is. I don't know. I don't speak to her. I don't speak on behalf of any of them. I'm not a voice for any of them. I'm disgusted with the whole fact that nobody is putting this man's life first. His dignity. But it's all for a show. All a show. Absolutely pure disgusting, Molly.
No one else. You can't blame anyone else. She did it to herself. And I hope she's watching. She's got no one to blame but her fucking self. She's putting out videos about how much they went in love. Look at the videos that I put out. Look at the recent video that I just put out. Why does she feel that she needs to double down on how much he loves her? When I'm saying, bitch, how do you think that you need to? How do you think that you need to convince us that he loved you so much? Because you're trying way too hard. That he loved you so much. He loved you so much that he went outside and hung himself.
What do y'all think of that right there? I'll wait. Again, I don't care what your feelings are on Dre, that situation, their relationship. That's here nor there. The facts are the facts in this story. And the facts are Molly has absolutely done nothing but damage to this entire story. Lied, fabricated information. She's not alone, though. Absolutely disgusting. And you know what's really interesting? Again, you can have your feelings on what's happening behind the scenes and the videos and things like that. I don't know what's happening, what video, why they're choosing what videos. I have no idea. And I'm not even about to try to figure out why or what. People have been claiming over and over again, based off of 2019 videos, that they had this horrible relationship, that, you know, he didn't have access to money. He didn't have a phone. He didn't have any of that stuff. But they won't talk about recent videos and Marvon's own statements. That's the issue. And Molly can't stand that they're putting out Marvan's own statements. That's what Molly doesn't like, because it totally contradicts her story. This isn't a game. And that's exactly what they're trying to put it into. This is not a game. And here she picks up a cord like that and does something like that. I don't know about you, but she's just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. That is the lowest of low of low. You don't mock suicide, period. End of story.
Sorry. You lose. You lose.
And if you don't think it's a game, that statement right there should show you otherwise. There is no winner in this situation. A man is losing his life. They have done nothing but disparage his name, his family, everything. Again, the facts are the facts. That's the way it is. The creators that continue to be involved in this don't care about anybody involved in the family. They just want it for clicks and views. They don't care about the kids. They don't care about any of those people. It's a game that she wants to win. She has her ego bruised because Dre will not directly respond to Molly. Molly is used to controlling people, controlling their emotions, pushing them to the point of getting a reaction. And she's not getting what she wants. So she's continuing to play this game. I hope she does too. I question why she hasn't. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that we just don't know, but it's still disgusting. All of this is totally disgusting.
Letitia's not guilty of anything. Sorry.
Where's the receipts? Again, you're stating that, well, previously you guys stated that there was a court order, that the money went to pay for an attorney. That's what she did with it. So there should be receipts that the attorney was paid. Then I will fast forward to the fact that you just created this entire fabrication about him being gone. And nobody asked you, wait a second, we spent all of that money and put all of that money towards an attorney. How is this possible with a court order that the family cannot get any information? Your words, not mine. You showed an order, said it was filed in the court, which it's never been filed. There is no such order, period. That's that. And here we are, supposed to believe, once again, that nobody can find out anything. All this money just magically disappeared. Granted, she got charged for all these troll phone calls that called to verify if that was the attorney. That's what she actually paid for, nothing else, I'm assuming. I don't know. But none of this makes sense, people. If there was an attorney, all of that would have been easily shown and proven, and this would have never happened. Letitia, you can have your opinions on what you think happened, what her motives are, whatever. But the facts are the facts. Letitia came to social media asking for help for the Justice for Vaughn Fund for legal representation and travel. That's the story. It blew up from there. Molly and them pushed it. Molly, I have never once said that you profited or kept the donations. You profited off of this story and the fabrication of content that you put out. You profited from exploiting this tragedy. I don't think you kept donations. You might have. We don't have any proof that you didn't. In order for me to believe that you didn't have a hand in all of that, I would have to see proof. But therefore, you don't show proof on anything, and you don't have to show it to me. Sooner or later, you'll have to show it, I'm sure. And that day will come. That's here nor there. I'm not an attorney. I'm not legal. I'm nothing. You continue to put yourself in the middle of this. You have continued to encourage people to donate falsely to this family, all while knowing that what you've been putting out here is not true. That is why Letitia walked away from you, because even months ago, Letitia said that you were drawing this out. If you haven't seen those, they're on Facebook too. Letitia told the admins of the groups that Molly was dragging this out. Justin guilt-tripped Letitia to come on when she was having a rough day after visiting him. They guilt tripped her because people wanted to hear from her. They don't give a shit about that family, especially Letitia. Letitia finally, I think, wisened up and pulled away. But Molly ain't going to let that go. Not at all.
She doesn't care about Raza. You think she cares about that boy? All she cares about is what she's gonna get. That's what she cares about. She's gonna get and trying to get these people off her ass on YouTube. I'm not dipping into anything. I don't even have sauce. She's trying so hard for all of us to believe that she didn't force this diet on him. Why is she worried about the fucking diet? Like I said, why is she so scared of this diet? Why is she so scared of the things that we're saying on YouTube? Makes you wonder, right? Weird shit, huh?
Who said she's scared? First of all, where did she get that? Because Dre has been silent, or what we assume is being silent on social media. Molly thinks that she's scared of Molly. Molly, do you understand that nobody's afraid of you? Really, honestly. I question that because I think you really honestly do believe that people are fearful of you. Which nobody should be. You're a bunch of hot air. And I would love to see you try to proceed with something legally in this case. I would love for you to do something and think you have a leg to stand on. That's why you haven't. You've been talking about suing all of these creators and going after uni and stuff. Why did you drop that? Because you knew that you had not a leg to stand on, just like you know in this one. But let's continue.
Weird. I'm sitting over here in front of my computer thinking, responding to these videos saying, bitch, wait. You got a lot more problems than worrying about what I have to say about your stupid videos from fucking 3 years ago. I'm the least of your fucking problems. You got 3 kids on your back. We saw the email that you put and sent out to your ex-husband about your money. Gotcha. Yeah, she thinks she's smarter. I know what I saw. She knows that we know, yeah. Fuck the diet. He loved you so much that he woke up. He's got into another misunderstanding. The rope was down here, laying right there. Right? What did she say? Oh my God. She was like, you stupid fucking dumbass. I make more than you do, you stupid asshole. And then all of a sudden, she ended up having to pay for him getting to lessen his child support. So it backfired on her. She thinks she's smart, but she's really a fucking idiot. She lost a lot of support by acting like a pompous asshole. The same as that girl, KJ. Do you know how many subscribers, Patreons? I made a lot of money off of assholes like KJ and Dre McGray. People that treated their supporters like assholes. They didn't show them any value, didn't embrace them, didn't appreciate them. She yelled at them. Listen, I get snappy with some of my Patreons. That's just because I can't fucking control myself.
Sounds like self-reflection again.
I love them, but you got to see these assholes. KJ, she's going to be in jail. I'm telling you. I see her in jail. A couple of years, she's going to actually really be in jail. I can see it. And that vision of her won't go away.
Gamer guy's just a troll, y'all. Just let him troll. He's just trolling. He's from the drama community and trolls over there too.
Now with these new videos that Dre is putting out, people are not buying her bullshit. They know she's behind them. And I feel really bad for those girls, and I feel really bad for Raza. I feel bad for those kids that have to live with her. The ex-husband told me those girls are so scared of her that they will say anything to CPS. They will say anything. And the fact that Dre McCray is putting out videos saying that the teenage girls are excited about starting businesses. You know what? Why don't you let them be kids? You got them going out at night. These children get no exercises.
Let's talk about what she just said there. Because she said a lot. I let it run a little bit longer because people always think, oh, her stuff is edited. No, these are her words. This is what she says. First and foremost, those minor children are none of your fucking business, and you should never be discussing them on your live streams. Secondly, do you remember that her ex-husband wants nothing to do with any of you? Thirdly, I don't give a shit about her issues with KJ. In my opinion, what people claim about both of them is exactly the same. And I find it completely ironic that people can't see the reality of that. But that's here nor there. And she claims that she didn't even know who KJ is. Obviously, we all know that's a false statement. Her Patreon is filled with antis. Yes, the anti-KJ community has two different parts. They're the extremists and then the not so extremists. The extremists are insane. But that's who Molly is surrounding herself with. But they fail to realize that they're supporting somebody that does everything that they claim KJ does. They're one and the same if you look at what they say. But they support and condone Molly's behavior. I don't know. Make it make sense. I fail to see how they don't see this, but here we are. But this is a continual spin. She brags about how much money she made. Yes. She did, because that was all a target too. The antis are surrounding in Molly's Patreon, the extreme antis, not the normal, some of them. And they are extreme. They will do anything. Go look at some of the stuff that they've done. They fabricate articles, documents, everything. That's Molly's camp too. The same thing. Interesting how all of it collides. And you know who is involved in all of it? Well, to them, Molly and Katie. But in reality, the truth is it's Molly. These are Molly's people. These people have all found their home together. What y'all beef with Molly anyways? Because she's a lying fool, gamer guy. She's a lying fool and has exploited the tragedy of a U.S. Marine vet. Do I need to say more? She exploits minor children's tragedies. She is mocking a suicide. She exploits families at their lowest times. You're just a troll, so stop. Because you know, you were in there, you've been in all these chats, you know exactly what she is. You've been around longer than I have, so go sit down somewhere. You can troll here, but find something funny. Because Molly is not it. And we're talking about a U.S. Marine vet's life. Time and place of trolling is always wise. Some people. Rosewater, I can't wait. I can't wait until they all turn on each other. And that's the truth, y'all. Like, you can say you're crazy, you don't know. No, I do know. I know where these people come from. That's how I got into this. I was one of their first targets. They tried to spin it that I was Katie or associated with Katie and still continue. Lori, I'm talking to you, aka Penelope. EKC, all of her other little cronies. And instead, because they can't shut me up, they're trying to get my information. They're trying to get support from other communities to help dox me. Even putting out there that I might be that Lolita chick. That's what they're doing. They know I'm not. This is how they maneuver. Sit back in silence and watch. You'll see a lot. Amy Jane, we've been doing it for months over here. And yes, if you are a U.S. veteran, any sort, thank you for your service, your sacrifice. We appreciate all of you. I should have opened up with that, but thank you for the reminder too. But we support our vets over here, and we support our mental health. Everybody's mental health. And we talk about suicide and the reality of how much it affects so many people. Yes, she did. Yeah, frustrated lurker, but they're still trying. There's so much I can't say because if they want me to poke at certain things, but I won't because there's no point. But there is a lot happening. Thank you. Read some of these comments because it's the reality.
Basically have them serving you.
Who serves who, Molly? You want to talk about Dre's kids again and again and again, which I find just to be utter disgusting, but this is how you maneuver. But what about when people talk about your son? You flip out when people talk about your son, which I've never done. And I won't, because he's a minor and he shouldn't be blamed for your actions. He's not responsible for your behaviors. You, I'm sure, are an embarrassment, and I feel bad for him. So no way in hell am I going to drag him on social media and talk about him because of his mother. Maybe you should realize that yourself. If you feel bad for those kids, then why the fuck are you using them as content? That's not what an advocate does, Molly. First and foremost, nobody that claims to be an advocate for children, a life coach, a mental health professional, a medical professional would do the things that these people do. Period, point blank, end of story. Nobody that has a professional bone in their body or common sense, decency, any of it would do the shit that these people do. That is on point, fact, period, whatever. I don't give a shit what you think you know. That is the truth. What they have done and continue to do is all for a show. And what's it going to do?
They're all there to serve you. In my opinion, that's horrible. These kids should be in school. They should have access to other kids their age. You shouldn't be thinking about ways to make money that young. Homeschooled? Really?
What's your problem with homeschool? I'd love to hear you actually like give a dissertation on the issues with homeschooling versus public schooling and like the difference and what you actually know as a life coach. I would love to hear your whole spiel, because what's funny is I know a lot of people that homeschooled that have extremely successful careers that put your husband to shame. I'll say that again. People that have way higher ranks than your spouse, some of them were homeschooled their entire lives. Wouldn't you know that? Because you're all so smart. You can't judge things that you just are incapable of even understanding because you're so ignorant.
Dre University? I feel terrible for those children. That melts my heart. She walks by and they jump. That's scary. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we found out that she stabbed all of those children.
You heard what she just said. What do you think about that, all of you Molly stans who suck her big toe, who want to be just like her, that they idolize her so bad that they do the things that she does? What do you think about that statement? All because she has a hard-on for Dre because she's obsessed and wants to be her. Again, people fail to realize the type of people that we are talking about consistently over and over. What is the difference? Why are we justifying it on some people and not others? How is it okay that she, because of her obsession and hatred for not getting a response from Dre, it's okay that she makes statements like this? Tell me how that's okay. Why are we okay with people talking about children to begin with? You can't tell me that that's not disgusting what she just said. I don't give a shit if you like Dre or not. What Molly just said is disgusting. Again, no crime has been committed at this point, or no charges have been filed on anyone. But now she's making statements that she is going to harm her children. She even takes it to the level of saying the word, again, this is her wording, not mine, but she's going to stab them. K-Town, 100%. I agree with that as far as not responding to them. They don't deserve a response. And I think that if anybody ever did respond to them or, justify anything to them, that's the wrong thing to do. I don't have the right answer. I'm disgusted by a lot of people in this situation, to be honest. Again, I have a hard time reconciling the fact that they are fighting over him instead of for him, and I can't. And for people like Molly, it's all about a show. Hey, Nanya, and everyone else that just hopped in. There's a lot of people, new faces here. Thank you once again for popping in. Feel free to comment. Just don't be ignorant. If you have questions, genuinely ask them. You will find out a lot of answers. If you're new, just finding out some of this stuff, a lot of information has been posted on Facebook for months. There is all sorts of links. There's all sorts of videos. There's things. If you really do have questions, please feel free to ask. We're open to conversation. We're just not open to ignorance and or ridiculousness, because there's been too much of it. This is a human being's life we're discussing. It's not a game. If you want to play fuck shit, if you want to play creator, this is about one creator versus the other. No, it's not. No, it's really not. It's about the fact that they continue to lie over and over and over again. Yes, Carla, we're live. Unseen, that's terrible. And that's the thing is, it's just ridiculous. But let's keep going. Y'all, I know this is triggering for some people, and I appreciate you being here, but this stuff is just disgusting. Like, she just has no stop. None whatsoever.
For God, forgive me for putting that out, but I wouldn't be surprised. There's something fucking really wrong with that bitch. And nobody's doing anything about it. I don't see anybody doing anything about it. What man is ever going to want to be with her, knowing everything that's going on? No one.
Can I just put it out there that Marvan's in a coma? Like, that's the verified information that we do know, that's the last confirmed information that he was still in a coma. Why is she talking about this piece of it? We're not even there. That's not happened. We haven't. And she here is putting this out here. There's no need for that conversation. She's doing it for a show. Absolutely. It's all about her, Darlene. Oh, and I saw, thank you for sharing on Facebook. It's all a show, y'all. Every bit of it. This is a show that has been set up by Molly. Yes, TT, she did. Right? I find it so weird that she's going here, but it's all about shock and awe. She's trying to antagonize Dre to make a response. She's pushing every button she can to try and get a response because she's obsessed with Dre. Again, this started on Facebook with a group of ladies who had vendettas against Dre that started calling out her behavior because they didn't like or agree with her choices. And they said that it was to seek justice for Marvan. What is justice for Marvan? Does this look like justice to you? And exactly what is justice needed for? They throw that word around like it's nothing. It attaches to nothing. This isn't justice, Molly. This is the furthest thing from justice when you have fabricated so much bullshit in this story. A scripted narrative written by Molly. Yep. Isn't it? Yes, C. Haig. I almost said C. Haig. Yes, that is always, it's always projection and self-reflection with her. Love Shack, 100%. Yeah, K-Town, absolutely agree. She is trying to incite violence. That's why she did the I Might Be Going to Yuma video, which got 14,000 views after her videos have been getting very low views. She's doing this to incite all of this anger and hatred once again. Absolutely. Lydia, yeah, she tells everybody that we're all jealous of her. I pity her. I pity a fool, and she is one. All right, let's continue. It's just disgusting. That's the word I use over and over again, and I'm sorry that I sound like a broken record, but it's the truth of it. This is disgusting. Yeah, B. Fergus, isn't that really interesting too? Like, she's talking about how Dre is putting out these videos, you know, justifying that they loved each other or whatever. But Molly, you do the same. Didn't you read a letter, a love letter from your husband, supposedly? That sounded like more of a therapy letter, but here nor there, whatever. And you're the one that continues to tell everybody and talk about your relationship and all this stuff. I don't understand why you think that you're doing anything differently. again, projection and self-reflection. Where's Walter? Hashtag where's Walter, the voice of reason. I would love to have a conversation with him too. Just if you guys are new here, I've said that many times, but I would love to have a conversation and know if he actually knows how much she is doing and what she's doing.
Think about that. Exactly. Exactly, Mary. That's a horrible, but I've thought about that too. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. A lot of people have thought it, I'm sure. But you never want your mind to go there. You never want your mind to go there. And nobody's listening. Why does this guy look so familiar? Don't tell you anything bad about St. Jude.
And we're on to the next conversation. She just continues to throw shit out there. She says that, you know, she doesn't want to put those thoughts out there. Yes, I stepped outside in case the volume or the audio changed. I walked outside. But tell me that that's not exactly what she was intending to get people to think by putting that out there. She says, don't, you know, nobody wants to think that. No, bitch, that's exactly what you wanted people to think. That's exactly what you're doing. You're trying to draw an emotional impact. You want that emotional pull. You want people to be so in their feelings that they don't use common sense to see what's right in front of them. That's exactly what you're doing because that's how you keep a following.
Well, for me, I like the truth. Just know this. I'm not raising money for St. Jude. I will definitely be moving the fundraising over to Shriners.
I could be wrong, but isn't one of her claims to fame that she raised so much money for St. Jude? Isn't that one of the things that she brags over and over and over again about? Molly doesn't know what the truth is if it would hit her in the face. She's incapable of being truthful and honest about anything. It's not in her character, period. Yeah, what did St. Jude do to her? I wonder that too. K-Town, a lot of them are actually really smart. There's a lot of successful, smart people that she gets in their feelings though about these situations. And if they have trauma that they respond to or things like that, she does a lot of things to pull on that 100%. That's why we keep breaking apart like the back end of why this is so important to talk about mental health, because it's affecting this story greatly. Her mental health is affecting the story greatly. Her instability is affecting the story greatly. Yeah, I thought that was one of her big claims to fame, though, is that she raised so much money from St. Jude. So what did they do to her? Anybody know? I would love to know that. Let's continue to watch some more of this shit, though. Sorry, I'm reading some of these comments as they come in.
They're always in the shadows anyway. Pumpkin. Dogs love pumpkin, don't they? Yeah, my mom's hoping that we could do something for Shriners Hospital. All right. Ghost, can you stop moving my chair? I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Elvis, is that you moving my chair? Pumpkin is good for dogs. She did used to be fun. I won't take that away. I have an orb.
Is she moving that chair or is it a ghost? Like, come on. This is ridiculous. She says, Ghost, stop moving my chair as she's moving her chair. Like, everything's a show. Everything is a show. Oh, leave Elvis out of it. Yes, leave Elvis alone. It's just nonstop with her. Let's continue to see what more bullshit she says. She's almost done, I think, with the whole situation. But this is just ridiculous. Like, she has said so much in this statement. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man, toot toot.
Her mom said it in live. What? Jay better sleep with one eye. Oh, you think one of the kids are gonna snap? She'll get hooked, bad karma. I'll tell you one thing, a lot of people that are a Jehovah Witness, they don't like the way she brings up the Jehovah. I'll tell you that much. And to be quite honest, when she brings up Jehovah, I feel insulted.
Let's talk about you bringing up religion, Molly, and what you say. You pray for stories like this. You say all sorts of stuff, but you have a problem with her bringing up her religion? I mean, again, you can have your feelings on it whatsoever. I do myself. But at the end of the day, that is none of our business. And none of your religions is my business. It's none of hers. Her religion isn't my business. But she continues to act like she is holier than thou. Molly, when's the last time you stepped in a church besides to take content of a little kid? When was the last time you went into a church? I would love to know. And is it still standing or did it burn to the ground? Oops, did I say that?
I feel insulted. I'm not even a Jehovah Witness. I mean, do you, like, oh my God. Oh. MollyGoLightly's in the pills again.
She has a really big complex about how much medication she takes. If you notice, she talks about it constantly. It makes her insecure of how much she does pop medicine. So therefore, I feel like there's quite a bigger issue she's trying to cover up with all of this. Most people would just go take their medicine and that would be it. But she has, once again, all of this projection that she does. And I don't care what she takes. Again, none of our business, but she has a lot to say about everybody else. A lot to say about everybody else. And by the way, I have an outfit almost like that, but my shirt doesn't say heels on the ground. So I'm going to put one on and take a picture and do a side-by-side with Molly. And because they constantly like to beg on me about my looks, and that's why I hide behind a camera. So I'll do another lineup with the same outfit because she is such a high class, high fashion lady. So Contessa will do her lineup with a Molly look-alike outfit.
MollyGoLightly. It's I'm watching Forensic Files. I know this killer. I feel like I know him.
None yet. Yep, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Who wore it better? You guys, and if you don't understand, I'm a smartass from hell. So when it comes to stuff like that, and then like I get messages that say that I'm fat and ugly. That's why I'm behind a computer screen, because they're trying to get me to feel insecure about what I look like and therefore show my face or whatever. I don't owe these people anything. And I don't care at the end of the day what you guys think I look like. That's here nor there. But we do have some funny things coming in that we're going to do, because people come up, like I'll post something and somebody will say something and I'm like, yes, I'm going to do that. Yeah, there's just, you got to laugh through some of this, because I tell you what, I'm also going to do a lineup of, yeah, I'm not telling you guys because I'm not going to break it'll be fun. It'll be a pick which one is Contessa out of this lineup from the rear view. Ice cream, it is. Smart ass meets smart ass. I know. Some of y'all get my humor, others of you get offended by my humor, which is totally okay. But I just have to laugh about some of this stuff, and they fixate on the silliest things to me, and that's why I laugh about them.
I'm in person. Maybe I'm just fucking delusional. I'll tell you one thing. When people were saying, "Oh, you need to go to rehab," I was like, "Are you kidding me? I would love to go to rehab."
Silva was arrested and charged with the attempted murder of Kay Robinson.
He said, tell her I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it.
It's called Nexium, people.
I don't remember stabbing her. To me, that's a confession.
But then came the bad news.
You know what my theory is behind her needing Nexium? And like, well, you'll see what she does here in a minute, but it's because she's so full of shit that it's coming out of every orifice and it's starting to burn everywhere because she's so full of shit. That's my theory, but
De Silva's fingerprints did not match the prints taken from the blue plastic glass in Kay's home.
hey, Cork, welcome in. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Sit down, buckle up, and have fun.
Telling you, I know I'm right. Telling you.
And perhaps the worst piece of news was that De Silva's DNA profile did not match the evidence collected.
This shit right here. Bet you will be enough Netflix. I said that right in the beginning. Your first husband didn't want her. Well, let me tell you something. If Dre McCray needs some sort of validation that her husband, Marvin, loved her and she needs to make videos of the old times. Oh, he loved me. Oh, he loved me. We all know that. Thank you, Autistic Shell. We all know that. We all know that the story is that he went out back, took a rope. So really, did he love you? Because one, no one loves a person so much that they think the better option is to take a rope and that's the way out. No one. And I don't believe.
And yes, that happens on a daily basis. And if you have lost anybody to suicide, or if you have had those thoughts or feelings or attempts to yourself, I'm really sorry, because I know this is very triggering. But she is not thank goodness we know that she is absolutely horrendous. She is vile. Yeah, you guys can say it all. I don't care about the cussing. Let it go. I don't think it matters. Say what you feel because we aren't holding back. This is bullshit. This is absolutely disgusting. And I'm so sorry for any of you that have been affected by suicide whatsoever. That's it. And her words will come back to haunt her someday. And Cork, have a wonderful day. Just remember, you support this type of behavior.
You. Because I think you're a little liar. I think Dre McCrae is a little liar. That's what I think. And no, I'm not a reporter, so I don't have to talk all professional.
That was to me. That was to me. Another shout out. Molly, you're watching my content, you dumb bitch. You have been all along, but you still won't say my name because I make you scared. Do I make you wet your pants? Are you scared? You and Justin both. Justin started deleting all of his Patreon posts when I started posting them on Facebook. Why are you scared? Do I make you twitch a little bit because you can't control me with your dumb drama? You can't control the facts. And the fact is that there's not only me, but many other people that have been calling your ass out. I don't know why I make you nervous. I'm just a voice behind a screen. I'm a nobody. I've never claimed to be a professional anything. I think you have no tact, no class, no nothing. I'm not a journalist. I don't pretend to be. But I also am not out here exploiting tragedies for my personal gain. Again, Molly, does it chap your ass that I'm doing this because it's what is right, not for profit? Does it make you mad that I have organically grown my channel off of the facts, something you can't do? You have to inflate it with drama and all this other stuff. And my channel's tiny, tiny, tiny. But again, integrity will outlast.
Thank God I'm not a reporter. Because then I wouldn't be able to be me. Unapologetically me.
Unapologetically, completely ignorant. And the lowest of lows. That's what she is. She could never be held to a standard of that whatsoever. Oh, Boxer Mama, thank you. I don't even know who that is. General awareness. That's a page I'll have to check out. For those of you guys that are new here that have just finally popped in or are commenting for the first time, welcome. Thank you for coming in. I hope you feel welcome here. We are not anti any creator specifically. We're open to discussion. We just want facts and the truth, and that's it. That's all our purpose is. We don't care about the drama. We don't care about all this other bullshit that's happening. That's all been a distraction. It is what it is. You are welcome here. Feel free to ask questions, whatever. Just please be respectful of people in the chat. Thank you. And for all of you coming in, welcome. I'm new to YouTube, so I don't even claim to know what I'm doing, but we're here and we're doing it.
Because I like the way it comes off my tongue, the way it rolls off my tongue. I think you're a little liar. It's a good thing I'm not on HLN or any news station.
You might think Dre's a little liar, but I think you're a big liar. Big liar. That's all you do. B-Fergs, anti-fuckery. That's exactly right.
St. Jerry McCrae, I think you're a little fucking liar. Because I'd be fired on the first day. Oh, I think you're a little liar, bitch. Where am I? I'm in Secaucus, New Jersey. I'm near my mother's house. I can't stay there because I'm sick.
again, I don't know what's going on with all of this illness, blah, 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 why she's in a hotel, nor do I really care. There's just a lot more to what's happening with her than she's letting on. And therefore, she continues to make everything about all these other people and their instability because she doesn't want to address her own mental instability. And it's been very obvious. Again, I'm not mocking her mental health going downhill because it's been very obvious and very extreme. And again, I wish she would seek help, but she thinks she's beyond that need. She doesn't think that that's her. She's a life coach. How dare anybody say that she's not stable? Well, look at you, Molly. You show it all. This is not stability. This is not mentally healthy at all. You can keep lying to yourself, but you're not lying to any of the rest of us.
Sick of your shit. Dream cry.
Sexually assaulted her and carried on a lengthy conversation. When she pleaded for
All right, Natalie.
the man said,
You're a fucking liar, Jim McCrae. You're a fucking liar. Vaughn loved her, as in past tense. Vaughn made peace with Miss Letitia. Now, these bastards on YouTube don't want to hear that shit. He was excited to see his mother and his father.
43-year-old Mark Eskridge was tied to that crime.
I shouldn't have eaten that chicken now. I'm thinking, oh.
Again, and if you're new here and don't know, yes, Marvon did say he was excited to travel to Georgia with his family. That's why they bought a camper, is because the family was going to go visit and travel as a family. They have taken that one clip and twisted and tweaked it so much. They have taken content from 2019 and put it out there as it was currently the situation that was happening. Again, not trying to change anybody's opinions on what they think. I'm trying to point out the facts of the story. This is the facts. And the facts are that they have taken very few of these little tiny statements and tweaked them and twisted them into their narrative and ran with them all along. Gamer guy, if you want to sub to Molly, go be a Molly simp. Nobody cares. You're just a troll. It's cool. We don't care about trolls in here, but you're being ignorant. And this is a military veteran's life we're talking about, and she's mocking his suicide. That shows what you are, nobody else. If you think it's time to troll during this discussion, that shows where you belong, and it's with Molly. Have a great day. You can hang out when you want to act like an adult and not be such a little fucking putz. Okay.
I'm telling you, my stomach speaks volumes. My stomach knows what's going on.
The Kate Robinson case is similar in many ways. Single mothers.
I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Early morning hours, lots of conversation.
Holy shit.
Knife was used,
I'm telling you, my stomach's talking to me right now. I'm gonna throw up.
9 years earlier. Unfortunately, Eskridge's fingerprints did not match the
Something's going on.
found.
All right, you all know I'm a visual. I'm very visual with what I see that's happening here. So let me explain what's in my mind as she's doing this. Some of you might need earplugs for this. Trigger warning. But to me, what she's doing, you see how she's like building up. She's holding her stomach, her hands in the air. And to me, it looks like she's puffing up further and further. It's like that, the girl in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory that blows up, but Molly is blowing up from all the shit inside of her because she's so full of shit and lies. That's what's exploding her. But all I picture is her just blowing up in my head and exploding. Yeah. Yes. Mocha's bubble guts to the extreme. That's exactly what, but it's because she's so full of shit. That's all she talks about is bullshit, lies, and fabricated shit. That's it. That's all.
Something's going on. Shut up.
Wasn't her attacker. Would this be yet another dead end?
IG's biggest adrenaline rushes are now back to back.
No, I'm not okay. I don't like this feeling either.
No, I'm not okay. I just got called out. Yes, Veruca. Yes. Oh, a puffer fish. That's a good one too. Ice Queen, I talk to myself all the time. But it is. You guys can't see that now, can you? Like, you can't unsee that because it just the way she's putting her arms up and she's all I know you all are seeing it now too, because you guys are all saying, yep, told you so. But of course, she's got to be sick. She's being asked questions. Of course, her mods and stuff delete them as fast as they go. But anytime anybody starts asking questions, it's, oh, I'm going to be sick. I'm going to throw up. I'm going to do. Come on, Molly. Come on. Like, I have chronic health issues, and you are like the walking contradiction. And I just sit and laugh because people with major illness don't act like this. They don't act like this. This is attention seeking at its finest. Attention seeking because she's a narcissist, in my opinion. Yeah, super chats, and then she wants super chats during it too. Yep. Crazy, huh? Oh, these damn nonsensical channels holding her to the fire of the shit she says. Can't say nonsense, can you, Molly? Do I make you mad? Do I scare you? Gotta keep calling me the nonsensical channel. Nonsensical channel has a lot of sense. Actually, that's quite the weird thing, huh? She's having a vision pang. A vision of her guts exploding, maybe. I don't know. I keep thinking she's constipated. That's sorry. Oh, that's right. She did brag about taking laxatives. That's right. Oh, she's said it for years. Violet, right? Oh, okay. Let's continue to watch this shit. Oh, but that's all. You guys know I like visualize this stuff. I say it all the time, and I'm sorry I put you all on that.
Domino's online carryout deal includes all your favorites for just $7.99 each. So let's play a word association game. Dips and twists, $7.99. 8-piece wings, $7.99. Large one-topping pizzas, $7.99. The only place to get this deal, Domino's.
My name is Austin James. As a musician living with diabetes, fingersticks can be a real challenge. That's why I use the Freestyle Libre 2 system. With a painless 1-second scan, I know my glucose numbers without fingersticks. Now I'm in.
This is the face and the hand of, is it working? Are they done asking questions? Are they done calling me a liar and saying that I'm not being truthful? Is that what's happening? She's checking her comments to see if she's overcame that, and everybody is now being, leave Molly alone. She doesn't feel good. She's okay. Molly, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm surprised they didn't call 911 to do a wellness check on her, because they do that too. It just depends on how much she can control her chat. If she can't get him to control and stop holding her ass to the fire, then she'll just continue to amp this up.
Did you see the new video I put out today on the other channel?
Now you know. Try it for free at freestylelibre.us.
Ew. Golden Corral. If I could die. If you want to kill me, bring me to the Golden Corral, because I will die.
You want to know where we went on our date night the other night? This shit cracked me up too, because I don't think I even posted that, but I think I told a couple of my friends that I wanted to go to Golden Corral. Golden Corral has the best salad bar in the world. Like, they really do. And that's where we went before our movie was Golden Corral. But, high class Molly over here could never be seen in a buffet like that. And a lot of people don't like buffets, which is totally fine. But my ass went to Golden Corral just for that salad. $17 for salad bar. And I am proud of it. And I love it. And yes, my ass is like that. And I'm okay with it. I busted up laughing about that because I was like, what are the chances? What are the odds? I love Golden Corral. Leave me alone with my little raggedy ass shit I like over here. Mm-mm. She needs a vacuum. She needs a vacuum for her hotel room for her cleaners. I don't get the whole vacuum thing. Heck yeah, it was a family tradition of mine. We used to meet my grandparents on every Sunday at Golden Corral. We would drive each an hour and meet halfway and meet them up for Golden Corral for a long time. And it's like a thing. It brings back good memories because they're unfortunately neither here. But I love Golden Corral. Yeah, I know. I'm like, leave me in my Golden Corral alone. And if you don't like it, that's totally cool too. But I thought it was hysterical. A couple of ours did close down here too during the pandemic. A lot of them did, but I was like, leave me in my little trailer trash self to my likings. All right. I just don't care. I just find it shit. She's so high class though. And Molly, guess what else I haven't had done? Thousands of dollars worth of work. I have had no work done whatsoever. So you can run with that too and mock me all you want. But my forehead's still, yeah.
Stamps.com is convenient. You get the services of the post office right on your computer.
Good as I.
Saves you money with great rates from USPS and UPS. Mail letters, ship packages.
Where am I gonna get ginger right now? I'm in a hotel.
A lot less. Get our specialty.
Call the front desk. Hey, can I have some ginger? Wait.
Cork, are you still here? Why didn't you DoorDash her some ginger? You failed. Why aren't you on that? Can't you just get ginger sent to the hotel room from across the pond? I mean, that's what she expects is her followers to do it all for her. But ooh, Sizzler was a good one too when I was young. Yep. All right, y'all. You guys have seen what she does here. Like, this is just her typical thing. She just goes on and more BS in this one. Do you guys want to watch another one? We could do a clip of her talking to her sister. I'm not going to play the video because she deleted it. But I have all of the audio and I can play it after, or I can play it and we can address it. And a lot of people are wondering that. They don't know. If you guys want me to continue, I don't want to keep you guys. If you guys have stuff to do, there is 264 of you here. So if you guys want to continue, we can continue. I have plenty more to go over. All right, let's go. Robin, yeah, that's okay. How does this one end? You want to see it? Okay. We'll go back to it for a minute. Let me mute and tell you how this ends. Yeah, I love salad bars. Gail, let's look at the end of this and then we will go into the next one because the next one I have a lot of questions about too.
What do you say? Golden Corral is gross. I'm very grossed out by any sort of buffet. Jail, all I have is Coke Zero. Ginger tea. Oh. This is a nice room, I'm not gonna lie. If I go over there, ooh, shit. There's something going around. There's that vagina stuff.
Since when is it called a virgina? Anybody tell me? Because I didn't know that that's what it was called. But okay, I'm going to fast forward it just so you guys know.
Tide. We got this Sabe. These are hard. Don't worry, I saw my mother, but just through the window. She said, motherfucker. You know, motherfucker. She goes, you scared the shit out of me. And my stepfather saw me on the Ring app. He came down and says, the hell's the matter with you? He goes, why did you come through the door? He goes, don't you have a key? And I said, no, I don't have a key. I said, I have, I go, I think I'm sick. I don't want to come in. He goes, yeah, you don't want to come in if you're sick. And my mom goes, yeah, don't come in. She goes, I don't know if I can take it. I said, I'll be back tomorrow.
How does she magically sound sick all of a sudden? Anybody tell me that? And wasn't this late at night when she got off her live at her house and then magically ended up in New Jersey? I don't know any of that area, but I think there's a little bit of a distance there. And then she went and saw her mom, but didn't go in because she's sick, and all of a sudden she magically sounds sick too. Something's not quite adding up. And why is she in a hotel to begin with? I mean, I know she says that it's because, yeah, none of it makes sense.
I want to see you go off, but I'll be in the car. I love you. She goes, you came to see me off? And I said, yes. I go, I'm going to be stalking you from the car. She goes, well, I love you. I go, I'll buy you dinner tomorrow. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to be stalking my mom. And there was a lot of hours that we talked. And when he got child, he was so little. And it's just like I told Nick, he didn't know how to handle. No one was there. I knew the owner. My birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Twisted Sister. Deuces. Yep. That's a pervert. I was talking to Holly. She's like, so where are we going this summer? I go, spring. I go, I want to go to, how about we go to Edinburgh, Scotland. I go, then Manchester. Then we go to the Amalfi Coast.
Notice how I just skipped through quite a bit and she's not sick again? Okay.
And then, and they throw a fit in the streets. They throw everything and everything. They get mad. Every day they throw a fit. I mean, yeah, I haven't been there since my 20s. I did all those spring breaks. Let me tell you something. My 20s, that's why I've never seen, I never saw like Baywatch. I never saw those shows because when I was in my 20s, like I was into all the makeup stuff. I was all over the place. That's what my mother will tell you. No one could find me. Nobody could find me. I was all over the place. I was in Manhattan all the time. I would shower. And sleep, be back in New York City. I had a beeper. I was never home. Don't ask me where I had the energy to live like that. That's what I did. A wiener dog? Fuck that. Snakes. A beeper? That's funny, yeah. I did. I had a beeper. And I remember my first cell phone. Verizon. I was 22. I remember payphones and having to have a coin purse. Yeah, I remember having to use the phone book. I don't know how I survived. I remember my first car. I remember taking the train with my makeup kit. It was like this high. I remember being an assistant. I remember my first fashion show. I remember first time seeing like, you know, all the lights and stuff and wondering how they did it. And being on the sets and stuff and seeing how small they were. Seeing how fast they were able to whip out a show so quickly. Seeing how many people it took. I remember when they had their what do you call it for they were coming out with digital makeup. I was like, I remember saying, what is that? I remember that. I remember seeing my first television commercial where we saw them Photoshop the the mascara. I remember that. I remember going, what? Oh, my legs. See, when I was younger, I never complained. All right, I'm going to end this. I got to go to bed. I'm going to head over. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Photoshopping. See, when I was younger, I never complained.
How the hell do you get a moose knuckle in sweatpants? Just asking. Anybody tell me? And yes, I paused it right there. On purpose. I just noticed that. I'm sorry. But what? How does this happen? Like, oh, dear Lord. It's a Friday. How does that happen in sweatpants? They're not even leggings. No, they're not leggings. Nope. Ooh, I don't know why that just caught me. It caught my eye, and I was like, that is not what I'm seeing. And sure as shit, I rewound, and here we are. Okay, I'm telling you now, I'm not going to imitate that in my side by side of her. I'm telling you that right now. Don't expect that. Oh, okay. That's how that one ends. And it's just I don't even know how to explain it. You guys see the up and down that we go through. It's nonstop. It just goes and goes and goes. But right. Yeah, it can happen. And I'm not mocking anybody that does, but she just mocks everybody else. And that just popped on the screen. And there went my brain. Okay. I'll be honest. I hardly ever say stuff like that. I don't pick on people's looks and things like that. But there's just some stuff that points itself out. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. Hey, Moonlight, welcome in. What? Yeah, what is going on? Amethyst. Okay, let's go on to the next subject. Yeah, this stuff just gets me so good. She had what? I don't even want to know. Happy. Okay, let's go on to the next one. All right, this is from the other day. it's previous to this video. It's within the last few days, though, that they did this. Her sister comes on. Welsh, I'm not trying. It's just happening today. I thought I was, yeah, I am not responsible for any eye damage. Period. I am not responsible for eye damage. I've been doing that to you guys a lot lately, actually. But I really thought there was no way I was seeing what I was seeing. And that's why I had to rewind. And sure enough, I'm like, no way, that's sweatpants. All right. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting goofy today. It's a Friday. What can I say? All right. Let's go to this one. Pull it up. Oh, some of these comments are great. She doesn't look like a very big woman either. Like she's not a very she's short. I don't know. To me she's very top heavy. I don't know. And I think that's what makes her seem out of proportion maybe for a lot of people. And again, I'm not body shaming her whatsoever. I think that's just because of her girls being so long, I think they're longer than her legs potentially, but I think that's why people, yeah, the Fupa twins. Trigger warning, right, Amy? Right. Yeah, she doesn't seem like a very big woman, like a very big frame. She doesn't seem like she's very big, but I don't know. Oh, she's 5'4". Oh, she's actually taller than I am. Petite with a big head. Okay, I'm gonna get in trouble. This is from the other day. And the only reason, let me be very clear on this, because this actually has her sister talking in it. And normally I would not. Her sister is not on screen. She's on the phone with her. Molly is broadcasting her publicly. So that's the only reason why I am commentating on it. I do not want any hate sent to her sister, please, whatsoever. I don't think that she quite understands nor possibly cares what Molly does online. But she said some things that are very, very interesting, considering the fact that the way she directed these things were at everybody else besides her sister, and she should be looking at her sister and saying these things to her. So let's get into that. Hey, Mimi of 8. Yeah, she's very insecure. Yep. She fucking talks shit on everybody else's looks constantly. These immature assholes come to my inbox, no joke, and say, you're hiding behind a screen because you're fat and ugly. And that's why the joke of I have a face for radio came out. Like, it's just ridiculous. They bash other women's looks constantly, and it's out of insecurity. I don't understand why they feel the need. Most of these women are close to their 50s, and they feel the need to put each other down as a way of like competition. It's so weird to me. It's odd. It doesn't, I don't know. It's so weird. It's all right to be little bitty. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, they're just too big. But I don't know, Nurse Bev. I'm really not sure. I don't know if they were initially that big or she gained weight after she had them. They look like they're under the muscle. Actually, my mom has implants and they are under the muscle. And that's what I thought at first, was maybe she gained a little bit of weight, and that's why they looked differently. Unfortunately, we've all seen them multiple different times. So it is what it is. And again, I'm not body shaming her whatsoever. I don't know why her decision is. She's obviously very insecure about her look. She's had a lot of work done. She's talked about that. She does constant dieting and things of that nature. So again, I'm not shaming her in any way, shape, or form. I hate that women are insecure about their bodies and let women like that direct how they feel about themselves, because it's not good. She is not somebody to look up to. There's a lot of shorties like me in here. Hey, the short crew. Yeah, I think she looked better before all of the surgery, but that's just me. Yeah, looks don't matter at all. We all get old, right? Yeah, they call her a drag queen, Anne. That's what they say all the time. There was comments recently in there about being a drag queen. Ooh, I have a lot of friends that are really tall. I'm like the short one of my friends. Oh, she did get him that big. Okay. That's what I was wondering. Yeah, her insecurities make her hate other women, that's for sure. Yeah, I agree. All right. So we're going to go into this. And remember, please don't send hate to her sister whatsoever. I just find it ironic that her sister can point out all of these things about other people. But again, they fail to see that Molly is doing these same exact things. So let's get into it. And once again, this is based off fair use. This is my opinion only, based off of content that they have put out publicly. And it falls into that category. So let's go, friends. Oh, I got to turn the volume on. Here goes me. Yay for winning today.
You do realize that the only reason that she said that horrific shit was because she wanted to hurt Marissa.
So what they're talking about here is when the protesters in Georgia. So Molly has been going around stating that the counter protesters only came to Georgia to film her, that they were there for her, that they were trying to antagonize her by saying stuff about her mom. I'm not really sure what was said. I didn't watch stuff from the other person's films or like their streams, but Molly has said things about other people's families over and over again. So let's get into this and let's break it down. Now, her sister is saying that she heard a clip of this woman, the counter protester is what I'll refer to her as, making statements about Molly's mom. So that was clipped and sent to Molly's sister and her brother. This is how it goes.
Absolutely, yes. Doing it, but hurting you by putting that kind of energy out there about someone you don't know is, for me, an epic soul fail. Like, you literally are the lowest form of vibration in our universe. Like, if you can't possibly get any lower than that.
Just a quick question to Molly's sister. Again, her name is Dawn, and Molly has put that out here. That's the only reason why I'm saying that. Otherwise, I wouldn't refer to her as her first name, but that's what they refer to her as. So I will be doing the same. Dawn, I got a question. Do you think it's acceptable for your sister when she's not getting her way to tell people to die constantly on her screen? Do you think it's okay that she has threatened to go to people's deceased loved ones' grave sites and take pictures and selfies in front of them? Do you not think that that's the lowest of lows too? You can pick apart other people's statements because it affected you, because it was about your mom. And again, I'm sorry if your mom is sick. I don't wish harm on anybody. I never have. I don't get down like that. But we have to talk about the reality of the situation is, and the reality of the situation is your sister has done the exact same things time and time again. If you need clips to see them yourself, go back and watch. You'll catch it over and over again. She tells people to die, die, die over and over again. That's not just thrown out there. That's the facts. But let's continue. Can you guys hear it okay?
All right, everyone, if you're wondering what's going on right now, my sister was sent a little snippet of Miss Aileen in front of the Lowlife's house and what she said about my mother right before Dolly's arrest. When she was trying.
So again, she confirms that her sister was sent this clip of the counter protester. And what they're trying to claim is that she was trying to antagonize Molly by bringing up Molly's mom's illness. Molly made that public to everybody. Molly keeps putting her mom's illness and her family's information out here in the midst of all of these train wreck stories that she keeps creating and lying about. Therefore, people have a lot to say. Nobody is wishing ill on Molly's mom. This is not Molly's mom's fault. This is not Molly's sister's fault. Her brothers, none of them. Molly is accountable for Molly's actions and should be held accountable for hers. You want to hold everybody else accountable for theirs. What about her?
Trying to do by saying that this is why Marissa's mother is dying of cancer. And we all heard her say it, right? Well, now my sister heard her say it. And it's taken my sister, who's on the phone right now, a whole lot of energy from going back to Jersey and showing up to her house.
So now we Molly says that the sister, it's taking the sister a lot to not go to New Jersey and show up at her house. Why do you guys think that it's okay to threaten to show up at people's homes? I mean, I think it's just that big bed. I'm tough and I'm going to do all this stuff things. But we don't even know if that was actually what was said because, again, they don't play the clip. They don't show that this is what was said. They don't prove that this is what was said. I don't know if it was said. I've never seen a clip that was something trying to antagonize her. I have not seen that. I'm not saying it doesn't exist because it might. But this is not how it goes.
So my sister sent it to my brother, and they're a whole lot pissed. And my sister said yesterday, Marissa, the reason she did that, and the reason Dolly and Bullhorn Betty and the rest of us heard her say it, since she was getting so close to us, was because antagonism. She was trying to antagonize me to do.
Molly, you bragged about going down there and making statements to Billy and Leilani trying to get locked up. You had bragged about trying to antagonize them. Do you forget that? Do you forget all of the videos that I have of you outside that home chuckling like a complete mad woman at nothing, laughing? What is funny about a 20-month-old missing? Not a single thing. But you're out there laughing, antagonizing all those people, but you don't like when somebody calls you out on your own shit. It's all, oh, I'm a victim. See, they stalk me. They do all this. You do that to other people. Let's continue.
Something violent so that I would get arrested. She could look like the victim.
Molly, again, said many times before going to Georgia that she was going to try and provoke them. I know some of you heard it.
Yeah. Did you guys hear what she said? She said, this is why Marissa's dying of cancer.
She didn't say Marissa, obviously.
I hope her asshole, Marissa's mom, is dying of cancer. She deserves it. I hope she dies today. And I don't care if you don't like it.
Has anybody heard that? Did anybody see a clip that existed? I haven't. If it does exist, I would love to see it. But still doesn't change the fact that Molly has done and said the exact same things. I get that it's Dawn's mom. So therefore, she has a reaction to it. But what about, again, your sister telling somebody, doxing somebody's photos, and then saying that she's going to go to their deceased loved one's gravesite and take selfies? Did you miss that, Dawn? Have you missed all of the times that she's told people to die, 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 and wished horrible things on other people? Have you missed when she's mocked people with chronic illness who are bedbound, bedridden? Have you missed all of that, Dawn?
Like what she was saying. I don't care if you don't like what I said.
And I don't care if you don't like what I say.
I'm all for free speech. I'm all for, say how you feel, keep it real, the whole nine. You want to roll? You want to roll on that frequency of honesty? But really, to wish somebody death that you do not know.
Interesting concept. To wish somebody death that you do not know. I don't know if they just casually overlook all of the things that she says and does, if they don't watch what she does, if they understand it's all fake, all for money. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But you want to call out other people on the same things that she does on a daily basis. That makes no sense.
In order to gain views so that you could strike controversy, so that you could get views.
Speaking of striking controversy for views.
Seriously? That was a super low-life tactic.
So it's not low life of your sister to go down to Georgia and fabricate information about a man's death The family doesn't even know anything about it, and she announces it live and then tells the family that it's potentially what happened, even though she knows it wasn't. That's not low. Make it fucking make sense, Dawn.
And I'm appalled at the fact that she is using other people's platforms to springboard from. She's not even creative enough to come up with her own subject content and work on something that betters life for all humanity. Me.
What does your sister do to better life for all humanity, Dawn? Besides buy people off. What does she do to better humanity? I'll wait. I would love to hear an answer for that, because you sit here and are trying to put other people down for the exact same behaviors we watch your sister do on the daily.
The world a better place in some way, shape, or form. Instead, she's out here dressed like a clown.
Speaking of dressed like a clown, should we talk about that? So she's in a sweatshirt when she's at home and sweats. But every time she was at the protest, because there was cameras on, her tits were hanging out. She's in a sports bra that's 2 sizes too small, hanging the tits out. That's not inappropriately dressed like a clown. She's protesting because they're upset that a 20-month-old baby is missing and nobody is in jail, right? That was supposedly their theory. But she's not dressed like a clown? All right. Got it.
And saying the most horrific negative things for shock value.
Hey, PVO. And saying the most horrific things for shock value. She is describing her sister. Yeah, right? Does she even watch? Right? Doodles, who reminds you of Penelope? Doodles, I don't know who you're talking about. But that's funny.
And I'm shocked. Absolutely shocked.
Yeah, we're shocked by your sister's behaviors all the time, but doesn't change anything.
Right. Well, my sister also said that she was reading the comments under Olivia, Chronicles of Olivia. I told her, I said, don't even look at my videos, because I never streamed. I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but I never streamed from there.
Because her intention was never about Quentin Simon. And that's a fact. Her intention was to go down there and stir shit up with the Marvon story. And that's a fact. Oh, her sister. Yeah, no, not the same person.
And she was looking at the comments, and she noticed that people were saying that I was a terrible person for cursing.
I don't think that people, honestly, if that's what people are focused on is her cursing, they need to pay attention to a whole lot more, because that's the minor thing that she does.
Foul language. Foul language makes people uncomfortable, but it doesn't make them uncomfortable when a child is missing. When a child's being born at the moment of birth and is testing positive for drugs, and you're not identifying with the fact that there's like a horrific crime going on. Something is completely wrong with the situation and nobody's under arrest. There's all types of red flags. And what you choose to focus on is your creator's language when they're upset, when they're horrified.
Let's talk about that for a minute, Dawn. When's the last time you went and volunteered in a NICU as a rocker for the kids that are having withdrawals? When's the time that you adopted a child out of foster care or fostered a child from addiction or a child with fetal alcohol syndrome? I'll wait. Miss Dudley Do-Right and her crony over there. When have you done something to help somebody else besides talking shit about families that you really don't know much about? You assume a lot. You read news articles, and yes, there's a lot of issues within that household. Of course, we all know there is. But these holier than thou clowns think they have a right. Let law enforcement do their jobs. And I'll wait on your response about when the last time is you volunteered at the NICU, fostered kids, did anything for anybody beyond yourself. I'll wait. And then you can come back and ask me the same question and I'll fucking answer you. Because guess what? I bet I have an answer where you will have to search for one and make one up.
Cursing is just an expression of showing how deeply you're feeling about something and you can't put it into words.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's not what cursing is. At all. It's an adjective. It just makes sentences pretty. That's it. It's nothing like that. People can like it or they don't. That's people's personal choices. It's not that deep. It's just a word. It's like a little bit of pizzazz. Or if you're like me, it's just in your vocabulary.
Cursing somebody out is one thing. Cursing, using it as a way to magnify the intensity of how utterly disgusted you are in a situation because you feel powerless for a child that cannot, defend itself. Like, I mean, this is like totally odd to me. Like what people choose.
It's totally odd to you, huh? It's totally odd to you, but it's not odd to you that your sister is exploiting all these children and their horrible stories and the fact that they didn't have a voice and didn't have a choice. They're children. And at the end of the day, all your sister is concerned about is what money goes into her pocket. She does not care about the rest of it. Oh, I got thrown a cat. He's being a butt. Oh, Doodles, I am with you on that too. 100%.
To focus on, and it's not, it's that righteousness. Like people are so confused about the word righteousness. Righteousness isn't about being right. Righteousness is about doing right.
What did she just say there? It's a profound statement. Very great statement. But considering the source of who she's speaking to at the time of this, it's very ironic. Let's listen to that again. These people just ugh.
Choose to focus on, and it's not, it's that righteousness. Like people are so confused about the word righteousness. Righteousness isn't about being right. Righteousness is about doing right.
Righteousness is not about being right. It's about doing right. Really? And you think what they're doing is doing right. Interesting. Apple don't fall far down that tree.
When you stand in righteousness, because every moment you're thinking, hey, I want to do the right thing right now. I want to make sure I'm not hurting anybody in my walk while I'm living this life.
Let's talk about how many people your sister has hurt in her walk in her life. How about the fact that she mocks a U.S. Marine veteran's suicide attempt? How about the fact that she has drug his family and children all over social media for content and views? How about the fact that she announced his death to social media before his family had any clue what was going on? And it was all for a show. Let's talk, Dawn.
But people come on and they think, oh, well, you use bad language, so therefore you're not a good person. Well, guess what? That's your perception. And everybody is living a different perception.
Everybody's living a different perception. Everybody's reality is different. But nobody is giving a shit about Molly's foul language. They're giving a shit because your sister is a foul behaving woman. She is foul all the way around. Her language is the least of anybody's concern. But let's let you continue.
There are people that have grown up in a home where curse words were used every single day in their life by everyone around them. Depending on where you've lived, inner city, or you've lived in the country, or you lived in a suburb, there's always going to have a different perspective on how you communicate. It's just ridiculous what people choose to focus their energy on. And this is the reason why that the world seems to be going like in such a horrible direction, is because people are focusing on not the right things. Like we really should be.
So we're all focused on the wrong things. They're focused on the right. Yes, this is Molly's sister, Dom. They're focused on the right things. They're fighting for the right things, but we're all wrong. Yeah, it is Molly's sister. Yeah. Big Al, yeah, what she did there was disgusting.
Doing right by the children in our world. They can't defend themselves.
So because they can't defend themselves, it's okay for your sister and others to exploit these children, exploit their trauma, exploit their pain. You've never walked a fucking day in any of those children's shoes. You have no clue what it's like to be abandoned, neglected, any of that. I bet you never have fostered kids that have came out of CPS, that have been in those environments. All those kids want is love, stability, structure. They don't ever feel like they're enough. They're good enough. And that a lot of times carries with those kids for their entire lives. But you're okay with your sister exploiting their pain. You're okay with your sister profiting off of exploiting every bit of it. But what are you doing to help fix this problem? You think your sister's loud ass mouth outside a home acting like a fool trying to get on TV is helping this cause? It's not changing shit. Not a single fucking thing is being changed because of your loud ass sister. Besides hurting more people and exploiting more victims.
It's odd. And then you got this clown, walking around thinking who she is and saying whatever she wants, literally.
And they call other people clowns, walking around saying whatever they want. And again, Dawn, what about your sister? You want to talk about other people and their behaviors. Let's address your sister. The one sitting right there that you're talking to, that obviously you choose to look the other way at her behaviors.
Because you may have a platform that has, some level of, moving information quickly.
A platform of moving information quickly. A platform that could be used for good. A platform that should be used for good. And instead, your sister passes misinformation on the daily. It's fun for her because it's about other people's lives, not her. It doesn't affect her. Yeah, if she was using her platform for what was good, to pass off correct information, to do something decent with that, you would have a story to go on there. But she's not. She never has. She never will.
And you can get things done quickly when you can transfer that information. You can form, you can, get together and do your protest. That's what.
That makes no sense. Again, they want everybody else, like she's defending their actions, but everybody else is in the wrong. Okay.
What this entire world needs to fight against these corporations that are literally chokeholding us right now.
She goes into
inflation
politics.
is going up, and it isn't because the cost of goods is going up. These companies, they have so much mass profit. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. We need people to organize. We need people with platforms that have followers because who can pass information quickly.
We need people with followers who can pass information quickly. Dawn, shouldn't it be factual information that is passed? Shouldn't those platforms be used for good? That's what you're bitching about. Then why don't you have a talk with your sister if you genuinely give a shit?
When you know something's going on one end of the town and you need people to get over to another area of the town because you may have a clue, maybe we're going to find this kid. You know what I mean? Like, it's important. It's not about being a star. It's about moving information. It's powerful. The only...
I just, there's so much that could be said. So she's under the impression that they went looking for him, on one side of town, and if they need her on the other side of town. That's not what was going down. She was there to try and get her face on TV because she needs content. That's what she was doing. She was there to stir up shit with Marvan's family. Let's be honest.
Other power people have is money. Because basically now we're living in a society that you can buy anything when you're a billionaire. Anything. You can make somebody disappear. You got enough.
Your sister's not a billionaire, just so you know.
Money, you can make anything happen. So our only defense is unity. Our only defense is communication and being able to pass that as quickly as possible.
And again, goes back to the amount of correct information and how it's used, but they failed to see that.
Boycotting when you need to boycott. When you know that people are not good people and they work for a company and they're not letting them go, boycott. You want to make a company change direction what they're doing? Boycott them. You hit them in their pocket.
Molly's a business.
And money. Those are the two most powerful things.
Okay.
So Molly's a business. So I guess what she's saying is they should be boycotted because they're continuing to pass off misinformation.
Have her offenses, aliens, public offenses.
And what do they do? And here they go into reading her background. Because you know why? She called Molly out. So here we go. They're going to now read her record because that's they're entitled to that, right? Jonathan Lee Riches sent it all out, put a video out. Molly was laughing. Ha 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 ha. We just doxed this lady. Because she was calling you out on your bullshit. Right.
Offenses include racketeering, gambling, violation of probation, prostitution, corruption, perjury, escape, bail jumping, juvenile. What else do you have?
And again, there's no proof that these are all her charges. They don't provide any of that stuff. They just say it. You're supposed to believe it. But this is how bad information gets spread. Her sister is preaching about information being used and communicated through these channels, and this is what they should be there for. And here Molly goes, doxing somebody's record. Dawn, wake the fuck up. Do you see what your sister uses her platform for? Maybe it's about time you do. And again, I don't have any problem with her sister, but she made this public of saying all this stuff. And I have a real problem with people continuing to pass off misinformation and act like it's just okay.
Juvenile family related offenses and conspiracy. Shoplifting. Violation probation is the commitment offense for the vast majority of those in the public policy category.
And they continue.
Thank you, ICO. Yeah, she's prostitution. What? I'm not gonna say.
Didn't you play a prostitute on TV?
Yes, this is my sister. No, we're not talking about Leilani. We're talking about what's going on down there. My sister, this is crackhead number 2. We're talking about the one that was sent down there to film me.
She wasn't sent down there to film Molly. Molly is so hell-bent on that, it all being about her. It's comical because Molly thinks she's such a star. The lady was sent down there because they knew Molly would be a mess and doing extraordinary shit, I'm sure. I have no idea what her intent was when she was there. I don't know any of that, nor do I care. Of course she's going to film her because she's a fucking train wreck. She is an absolute disgrace to society, period. End of story. And your sister had been bragging about going and getting in Billy Joe's face and trying to get arrested. Have you not seen those clips? Because they exist too.
A lot of people have a hard time believing that they were there to film me. Why do you find it so hard to believe that they were there to film me? The night.
I don't care who they were there to film at all. I really don't. But it's not like you have paparazzi following you around. I've asked so many people if they have any clue who you are, and nobody knows. And I've even asked some people that have would think they've been around YouTube, but they don't even know who you are because they don't run in this mess of a circle.
Before, her derogatory remarks about my mother was going to get you to physically attack her because of what she was saying. Absolutely.
The comments about my mother, the derogatory comments. What about all the comments about everybody else and their families? That's okay, but it's not okay if it's done about your family. Gotcha.
She didn't want him to get arrested for pulling the bullhorn out of her hand. What she wanted was for you to clock her. And if you did, then you were getting arrested.
Assault is assault, first and foremost. And let me tell you, if that little sawed off thing that he is would have walked up on me like that, yeah, there would have been a different reaction. Because no man ever has the right to walk up on a woman with that aggression and try to rip something out of her hands when she was standing there having a screaming match with your pathetic girlfriend. Period. Assault is assault.
Stunt. But the thing is they had to literally look. Justin's here. Everybody that was there was here. They had Dolly set up a tent. Okay, the two crackheads. All right, I'm gonna have to explain it. These are the two crackheads. They were setting up on Billy Joel's property. They did not realize that when they were sitting down, they were sitting in a big pile of horse manure. The grandmother, okay, right? The grandmother disrespected the baby's prayer circle and poured cow shit all over it so that we wouldn't go near it. And those two crackheads set up there. So Justin said, "Excuse me, ladies, you."
Anybody know what they say the smell of cow shit means? Does anybody know? Just a random question.
Are sitting in cow shit.
Of course, Spanky was the one to tell
And
him.
everyone started laughing. Me and
started
Dolly are
laughing.
sitting underneath the tent. Bullhair Betty was outside the tent. There were several women under the tent as well. Many. ICU, everyone was under the tent. Then we realized that their cameras were set up not to look at the house, not to see the gates, nothing. It was actually, they were set up. And there's a million people over there saying, all right, it wasn't MollyGoLightly that they were, no, look, wait, hold on. They will sit there and argue and say, they weren't, Marissa, they weren't trying to record you. They weren't trying to record you.
Well, then why the hell were they pointed at us 24/7?
Justin pops on and says, then why the hell were they pointed at us 24/7? Molly, get your crony in line. He's fucking up your story here because he says they were there filming us. And Molly keeps saying, they were there to film me. I'm the only star. Oh my God. Y'all, I'm starting to be able to sound like her.
And then they moved their cameras
good.
behind. Listen, Dolly set up one of those filming things. It was a tent. I had a hat and sunglasses on. They were pointed.
She had a hat and sunglasses on all day.
Directly at me. That was their little assignment. So I'm sitting there going, oh my God, are you serious? Just like that. What, oh my God.
They put the blanket up and then they move toward us.
They moved.
Yeah.
Towards us. Us again.
To get a different angle.
You might want to smack
Are you
him, Molly.
kidding me? I'm sitting there, you're kidding me. Everyone's sitting there going, oh my God, Marissa, you're so full of yourself. You're so full of yourself. No, why didn't you ask everyone that was there? They were all there. When we moved, they moved.
Why don't we ask anybody that was there? Because they're all your toe-sucking slimeball friends. Why would we ask these people who cover and do the same shit as you do? No, we all saw it. You had one intention, to go to Georgia and cause chaos. But you did it with Quentin Simon's story. But the main goal of yours was to stir up Marvon's story. That's what you were intended on doing. And that's exactly what you did.
When I hid, they followed. The junkie number one, moved as well. She was there the night before.
Don't forget, they're all junkies. Everybody else is a junkie. But Molly's jaw was the one that was jacking the entire weekend. Let's not forget who she should actually be calling out.
In a chair. She held up her cell phone. She goes, I'm not here for the baby. And her husband's a murderer, by the way. I'm not here to film the house. I'm not here to film protests. I'm here to film. I'm here to point at her. She said it.
She said, I'm here to point at her. At her. Who's her, Molly? Her is a few people. There's a few hers. Betty, Mallory, you. There was a few hers there. So who would it be? It doesn't necessarily mean it's you.
Okay? This is not my ego talking. Exactly.
It's not my ego talking, but it is totally her ego talking.
Move, you move. That's what happens. Don't you think I was shocked as well?
They thought Marissa, out of all of them, would make the biggest scene about it. But Marissa held her stuff together really well. I was impressed.
Molly had no intention of going down there for the Quentin Simon case. That's why she kept it together. But she didn't even keep it together. She acted like a complete and utter fool. She stood in front of the house and laughed, cackled, was singing horrible songs, doing just random shit that made no sense. What did this accomplish? What did you guys accomplish? You're pissed at the police department for not arresting them, but you're protesting at a civilian's house. Make that make sense. If you're mad at law enforcement, then why aren't you protesting law enforcement? Because that was not your intention. You wanted to make a scene. You wanted to get on TV. That was your intention.
Why do you think Aileen was saying those things? And did she say that in front of you? She said it for feet away, a few feet, I would say about 2 yards away. We all heard her. And Dolly Visions went, oh man, that is so wrong. I heard her. And yes, did I think about picking up a brick? Yes. I wanted to pick up a brick. Yes.
So the sister asked if she heard her say this. And at first she says, yeah, 2 yards away. Well, we all heard her. Yeah. Dolly heard her. What is it, Molly? Who the fuck heard her and what was actually said? And where's the clip? Roll the footage. We deal with facts. Let's see the facts of this. And again, I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I would like to see the facts because they like to twist everything to make it even more of a story than it is.
The question is, why the obsession with you? Well, Sia, she is, what makes her a super fan is not the fact that she's in Patreon. Patreons are Patreons. All right?
Patreons are Patreons. It doesn't make you a super fan if you're in Patreon, but if you go to Patreon and leave Patreon and decide that you're sick of her shit, you become a super fan. That's it. Okay.
What makes her a super fan is the fact that she left Patreon and she's still a fan, right? But she's a disgruntled fan.
She's a disgruntled fan now. Okay.
And she becomes a hater and goes along with the junkie channels. And they gave her gas money. They didn't respect her enough to fly her down there. Oh, well, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Okay. Oh, well, MollyGoLightly, she didn't leave her dogs behind. Bullshit. You board your dogs.
Oh, and here goes Molly on all things animal care, that you board your dogs, you don't travel with them. You know, this is how the professional protester goes. What the fuck, Molly? Sit down and shut up. Jesus, I'm so sick of her.
If me, Adrian, and Jake had to go out of town or went on vacation, we would board our dogs. Or you ask a neighbor to look after your dogs. She lives in New Jersey. She drove from New Jersey. She had a Jersey license.
And again, that's not stalking, is it? You know, the fact that she's telling everybody that she's got a Jersey license, her record, all of this other stuff. But can you imagine if somebody was to do that to Molly? I mean, it has been done, but
she got there 2 days before there. Oh, because she went up to Andra. Well, guess what? It doesn't make a difference.
Oh, wait, what did you just say, Molly? She got there 2 days before you and went up to Andra. Oh, yeah, that's right. She was there before you. So obviously she didn't come just for you. Okay, whatever.
She didn't bring out and set up her camera for Andra. She only did it when I was out there.
Only when Molly was out there. Why do you think that is, y'all? Why do you think? Because when you put Molly in a situation like that, she acts insane. Of course, she's going to want to get that on footage because Molly doesn't need provoking. Molly is a complete chaos. She loves to be doing shit like this so she can get attention. She don't care. It's disgusting. And she was so high while she was out there. She doesn't even remember all the shit she was doing. And that's a fact.
Take two, and then put them together, add them up, it equals 4. Now, do you get it?
Holy cow, she can add 2 plus 2. I'm surprised that she didn't think half of 8 was 3. I'm really surprised because that's Molly's level.
Why didn't she set her camera up? Betty's been out there for a month. On the live, she said she's homeless. So she lives in a car with 2 dogs. Did they pay for her hotel? And why is it that those people did not let her into the backyard? They didn't let either crackhead into the backyard.
No, you weren't allowed back in the backyard. That's true.
She collected cash apps the whole time from the channels. That's fine. That you called junkie. They are junkies.
You collected cash apps the entire time too.
I believe that they are total junkies.
I believe that you are too. In my opinion.
It's a 13-hour drive.
She's a stunt monkey.
That's without stopping.
For money, if you put $1 in front of her, she'll jump for it and do whatever you request. Now put that.
Her sister just says that she's a stunt monkey. If you put $1 in front of her, she'll basically do whatever you ask for. Oh, shit. That's Molly. Dawn, you just smacked your sister right in the face with that comment because that's absolutely fits her to a T. She does the same thing. All for money. And Spanky, you just need to shut the fuck up. I'm so sick of
next
him.
to, check her box off for a mental illness. So basically,
Speaking of mental illness,
she doesn't have any moral compass, okay? She'll say or do anything for $1,
she'll say and do anything for $1. She has no moral compass. Jeez Louise, she is describing her sister to a T. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? See, I told you I can't sing Rich.
She lives in motels.
Over the top. And she's also going to look for somebody that has a platform that she can springboard off of. She's going to make herself relevant off of somebody else's platform. She don't have one.
That's the story of my life.
Oh, wait. How did your sister get a platform? Let's talk about that, Dawn. She read and went after a sexual assault victim. That's how your sister got a platform. Remember that? We want to talk about that? Want to talk about the reality of how many victims she's gone at to make her platform? Want to talk about that shit? Nope, I bet you don't.
For the past 4 years. Exactly. People have been trying to get themselves a channel using my name for the past 4 years. That's every single day of my life, my dear sister.
Okay, well,
every day of my life. That's right. She feeds all the low-income families. She claims that that's her job on YouTube, is she feeds all these low-income families. She does all this stuff. Yeah, you do. You actually kind of put a lot of these people in your circle for a reason, because they're the first ones you take out when you need somebody to go at. That's your MO. But let's continue.
Entertainment. It's entertainment value. If you're talking about something that people want to hear about, it's not your fault that people are chiming in and being consistent and being loyal and, loving towards you,
Consistent, loyal, and loving. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, people are always going to have envy, but, this hate train that people think like, hey, let me jump on and go against her and be that controversy that, everybody needs. Everybody needs a little. They want to make them hate you a little bit, even though they like to.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Actually, nobody wants to make people hate her. People hate her because of her behaviors. People hate her behavior. That's what it is. Nobody is judging Molly on anybody's behavior but her own. And that's a fact.
Of course, when we were outside the jail, there was a woman that was yelling at Betty. And I told Betty, right in front of the COs, I said, Betty, be nice. I said, they're fans. They're fans. They came out all this way. Be nice. They are fans. No matter how you want to look at it, they are fans. No matter how mean they are fans.
So she told Blowhard to be nice because they're just fans. They're fans. So are they there to see you, Molly, or were they there to see Betty? Who are they friends with? Happy on chat. What's going on? Hold on. Let me look. She just uploaded something. Yeah, that was intent. You guys, it's like a game, I swear. Oh, general awareness. Thank you. I will check that out. I'll go look. Yeah, Kathy, a lot of people do. Did you say earlier Penelope is trying to find out who you are? Not in those exact words. Yes, Mackie, I did. She is absolutely one of Molly's crew. She has been involved in this shit with me. I posted screenshots yesterday of her intentionally in people's chats, trying to encourage them to think that I was this Lolita chick. It's not true. I'm not her, but it is what it is. I don't really care. They can do whatever they want. Yeah, that is the word on the streets. And it's very it's provable. Yeah. Yeah, Mackie, there's a lot going on. But nonsense is just continuing to be nonsense. That's it.
They have to be to come and film us.
I think the word fans
They think everybody is their fans.
is getting a negative
connotation. Yeah,
and it really shouldn't, because you want to know what? Anybody that's your friend, like I'm saying, any friend of yours, an acquaintance that you see, hey, how are you? That's a fan. Meaning,
do you guys all look at your friends and think, oh my gosh, you're my friend, you're a fan of mine? Anybody? I have never looked at one of my friends and been like, oh my gosh, you're my fan. Never. Never, ever, ever gonna happen. Your friends are not your fans. There's a difference. Yeah, no, I don't even think you guys are fans over here. Like, that is just so weird to me. But again, I'm not a Z-list celebrity star.
In your energy, I like talking with you. I like hanging out with you. I like seeing you. It's not a derogatory thing.
No, absolutely not.
A fan is a friend.
Absolutely, they're the good people.
A fan is a friend. They're the good people. Wait, but your super fan, you said, is stalking you basically, and you just doxed her.
People, yeah. I'm trying to make it positive, but I said Betty. All I said was, Betty, be nice. They're a fan. They're a fan. They want you to acknowledge them. So
Marissa said, "You want to?"
You want to know where she got that clip? My video, when she's going, "It's okay. It's okay." Molly, well, I know you're watching because you absolutely are a fan of Contessa. Oh, honey, it's okay. You can pull up a seat and tell me about myself. Oh, Molly's a super fan. She's watching my content. Can't give you credit for it. Can't say my name, but she's repeating my content. Okay.
Signature, and they would say, no, and she would say, okay, let's turn around now.
All right, unless you want an autograph or a selfie, we got to keep going. Thank you for coming out. It was nice to meet you. And my darling, thank you for the bouquets of flowers that you had sent to the jail. I was taken back. They were beautiful. They were very beautiful. Thank you.
Who wants to bet that she had somebody send her flowers? Like, how random is that? And people, come on, if you guys are spending your money on flower bouquets to send to the jail for Molly, there's a lot of better things in life you could do with that money for yourself. This is crazy. Spoonie Cindy, which video? Is it this one that you're talking about? Because she deleted this one or put it on members only.
How could any person that has a lot of notoriety, a person that is constantly in, the eye of the public, how could they possibly acknowledge every single fan?
I can't.
It would take every second
I can't.
every day
I can't.
to acknowledge somebody that heard you speak and was like, you know what? I agree with her. I'm going to do a like and do a follow. I'm going to throw it up there. I like what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if the response.
I can't even. Her sister is like going along with all of this stuff. They're fans. You can't keep up with all of it. Blah, 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 blah. I can't. This shit just gets to be too insane. Oh, Spoonie, it should be on my timeline. It's still up there.
I gotta respond every single day to every single person that is coming on my platform, listening in, being a part of, the conversation. There's no way. You're never gonna make everybody happy. No. It's never gonna happen.
Well, that's why the girl left, Dawn.
Yeah.
You're never gonna make everybody happy, but that's why the girl left. Come on, people. Thank you, sweet sativa. I agree. Yes, happy, happy, happy. That's what I thought too. Yeah. No, Doodles, I think she has. I absolutely think she has.
That's why she left. If people don't understand where at this point Alien came from, a year and a half ago, she joins Patreon. This is the God honest truth.
And where's the proof that she was in your Patreon a year and a half ago? I'd love to see it. I'm not saying she wasn't. She probably was. I think she even said she was. But again, she just says a lot of stuff and people just run with it, whatever she says, because it's fact. As long as she says it, it's fact. And it's never that way.
Living in New Jersey, she joined. I did have a conversation or two with her. She was very violently motivated.
Violently motivated. And who's the one trying to provoke people into fights? Huh? Yes, she did. Are you kidding me? That's why I have a Google PI degree. Like, we all have degrees over here and certificates. We just have to print them out. This is just, it's so gross.
If I had seen her picture and she had never said a word about Mom, I would have felt bad for her, meaning, because she's got a struggle because she can't eat an apple. You know what I mean? Like, I would feel like, damn, that really sucks. I know people that have dentures. I know people that don't have teeth, where they have some teeth, and it's very difficult for them to eat anything of a solid food. If I had seen her photo, and my heart would have went out to her. But because I saw that video and what she said, what she used that mouth for, now I feel like I'm looking at an evil entity.
That's how I feel like when I look at your sister, is an evil entity because of the things that come out of her mouth. I don't pity her because of her looks. I think she looked better before all the surgery, but that's here nor there. That's my opinion, and it doesn't matter. She did what she felt she wanted to do. Good for her. But you go to knocking somebody's looks, claiming that they have dentures, and then saying that they're an evil entity because of the things that come out of your mouth or out of her mouth. You're talking about your sister again, aren't you? Because you just described her to a T.
Like an evil spirit that is walking around on this earth, and I'm absolutely repulsed. Absolutely repulsed by her.
And I'm absolutely repulsed by your sister.
I think a lot of people are repulsed by what these asshole channel holders have done by sending these crackheads down there. That you weaponized a 20-month-old to hurt us.
Well, she actually got his age right for once because she was out in front of the house screaming 18-month-old for the longest time.
Who blocked Hush Puppy?
I put Hush Puppy in a timeout because she was mentioning all the crackhead channels.
Oh.
Hush Puppy got put in a timeout because she mentioned other channels that were putting out the truth.
Don't mention crackhead channels, please, guys.
I love Hush Puppy.
Mods, just please tell people.
No, just remember, we didn't make a mockery.
They didn't make a mockery, y'all. They didn't.
We never made a mockery while we were there at all. It was only until the crackheads showed up, right?
That's the
Some more crackheads, Molly. You were on scene.
only time anything happened.
Yeah, we were fine out there. Betty was doing fine.
That's why your jaw was running across the street before you were.
I'm doing a little piece later on your constitutional rights as protesters.
Spanky, shut the fuck up. Somebody needs to just.
It's gonna get nice and big down there for that county.
Oh yeah.
Oh, do you think that we're just gonna give up? Listen, we don't need to put on costumes to make a statement, and we don't have to get violent and make threats of violence to make a statement.
We don't have to put on costumes to make a statement, honey. That's all you did. That's all you did was wear costumes. That's all you do. You're in costume constantly. It's all an act. You're like a circus clown who got let out of the circus. That's it. That's all. You can put Gucci, Versace. You could put anything on and it doesn't change that you are still trash and the lowest of low. But you can polish a turd all day long. It's still a turd.
You did make a mockery, a huge one? No, not at all. How about you? Go take a fucking hike.
Oh, somebody said something she doesn't like. Go take a hike.
To mock is to make fun of.
That's a mockery. None of us made fun of anyone.
No.
To mock is to make fun of something. You want to go watch the videos of her laughing crazy outside the house? They're on my page. There's all sorts of videos out there all over the place of her acting like a complete clown and doing despicable things outside that home. It was nothing about Quentin whatsoever for her. It was about her getting her ass on TV and having more notoriety for her shenanigans. That's it.
What you were doing was trying to call them out. Why aren't you behaving like a grieving family that has a child missing, as you so-called proclaimed that it had nothing to do with the disappearance of the child, right?
Exactly.
And of course, I don't agree with a lot of things that are being done there. The banner on the gate is absolutely tacky, tasteless. There's a lot of shit, but there's just so much. But my thing is with this whole Georgia trip is Molly never went down there for Quentin. Molly went down there to cause shit in Marvan's story. That's it. And she did that great.
And you should support protesting, whether you agree with the protesting that they're protesting for or not. Because
you should support protesting, even if you agree with if you don't agree with what they're protesting. What?
To take somebody's rights away, one day your rights will be taken away. Those people.
I don't like it.
One day those people will be knocking at your door.
But you guys are trying to take the rights away of a family. That's what you want. You're infringing on their rights because you think you can assert yours. So what you're saying is, as long as your rights are more important at all points in time, you're okay. But if it infringes on other people's rights, you don't give a fuck. You just think people should support you anyways. Okay, Spanky, shut the fuck up. And no, I can't stand Justin. Absolutely not. I'm not a Justin.
Our Constitution.
Justin gets no passes over here. Justin's just as disgusting and vile as MGL. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, but that's the story. And that is exactly the truth. Justin is just a little meeker mouse that has no backbone, but he is just as vile. And I cannot stand him. And I call him Spanky. Don't ask why.
First Amendment. That's bad. But keep in mind, okay, that when they created this country, the first thing they said was, you have the right to free speech. But then the very second was, but you. Do you understand what that means?
Right.
So what she said, because I muted it out there, she said, you have the right to free speech. And then the second was, you have the right to own a pew-pew. Let's let her continue, though.
Because words have power. And the very second thing that the country put into place was the right to bear arms. Because if you don't like what I got to say, you don't have the right to come over and take me out.
Wait a second. But Molly and you just did it earlier too. We're going to show up at somebody's house because you didn't like what they were saying about your mom. So you're all for freedom of speech as long as it doesn't affect, or they're saying things that you're okay with. But as soon as they start speaking truth and say something that you're not okay with, you want their rights taken away. Gotcha. Double standard out here. The double standards are amazing and they're so deep. We overlook all the shit that's done right in front of our faces with certain people. And then we just, hold on to the other things that people do. It's disgusting. Yeah. Forgotten she is. Hypocrites. Yes. Double standards. Yes. All of it.
That's what it's for. To defend yourself if somebody does not like what you have to say.
To defend yourself if somebody doesn't. What? The shit. I can't even. I got to reload. What? That can't be what she said.
That's what it's for. To defend yourself if somebody does not like what you have to say.
So the right. The right to bear arms is to defend yourself if somebody says something you don't like, in other words. What? Yes, rules for thee, not for me. Thank you, Saucy. That's exactly right.
Criminal activity is made public so that public safety could be in mind. You want to know when there's a pedophile that lives next door to you, correct?
Yes. When there's one that lives very close to
somebody is.
Wait a second. They want to know if a pedophile lives next to them, but they're supporting a person who has a pedophile living with him, a registered sex offender. Make that make sense. Okay, I'll continue.
In the next house.
And he's not registered.
Right? This is why all that information is open to us to keep us safe. But for some reason,
don't acknowledge. Marissa, don't acknowledge.
Control is the way, and that's not the way. You're supposed to be free and let others live free.
Right.
You're supposed to be free and let others live free. Dawn. Oh, Dawn.
All right.
Molly's not getting the reaction she wants. So
yep, ask ICU. We called on them when we first heard of this case. They don't even have the guy registered.
So these slime balls called and reported one of Billy's neighbors who's not on the registry to report him. But Dolly has one living with him and they support him. Make that make sense. Can anybody? Anybody make sense? Oh, Sweet Sativa, excuse me. I should correct that. He's not a registered. Is he not a registered sex offender? I don't know what the term is. She was an adult. Okay. But he's on the registry, right? Okay. Still an RSO. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for correcting that. I don't watch a lot of those people over there, but there is a lot going on. And it's a contradiction constantly of who is what and what is what. It was incest. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, she is. ICU is interesting. Interesting. I'm not sure all the details of that, but I know that he is an RSO. Yeah, I agree. But they defend that. But they're reporting other people in Billy Joe's neighborhood. They don't care. Why are they care? It's all for show.
He's not even registered. Wow. Oh, that is
a violent offender. I haven't even talked about
Look at this. How
a violent offender. What are you going to talk about, Justin? Somebody that lives across the street who has nothing to do with anything, but you just want content to run with.
How much did you have to pay your sister? Pay my sister. What, to come on my channel? I was already...
They're trying to antagonize you?
So, all right, Dawn, how much did I give you?
You didn't give me anything.
No. Lie to him.
What? Molly, lie to him. I do it all day long, and they just send me all sorts of money and stuff other because they believe everything I say. Look at the title of the video Uni just dropped. Okay, I will. We're almost done here.
Lie to him. Humor him.
Humor who? I'm not even seeing
some low life.
I'm on a phone call. I'm not impressed by anybody that comes up there and says what they think is the truth. I know what the truth is.
Really? What is that truth, Dawn? That your sister is just as low as everybody else you're talking about? Okay.
I know what the truth is. I don't have to impress anybody. They can go on and make accusations and try and get a rise because they're looking for attention. I mean, hey, try. If you think you could get it, go ahead and try.
And this is me responding to you in your invitation.
Some people are super pathetic. My goodness.
You're related to one of them.
How much do you have to pay your sister?
She's really triggered by the comment that Molly might pay her.
I got a good idea.
Good
Who
question,
said that about
Pugs.
your mother, Molly? She's a fucking low life. She's a low life. I mean, does her name matter? She doesn't matter. What can we, honestly, the way I see things.
She's not even a life. She's a, what do you call those? That just suck and give nothing back. What are they?
Heathen?
What do they call it? Where they just take, but don't get anything back. I can't remember what they're freaking called.
Molly.
The word is escaping
That's
me.
what they're called. Molly is what they're called. 100%. That's your sister. Take.
No, I think I got Alzheimer's is coming. I'm having early onset.
Early onset Alzheimer's.
It's called sometimers, Dawn.
I feel like my memory is just going. Parasite. She's a parasite.
Parasite.
That's what she is. She's not.
Oh, these little treats.
She's a parasite.
These little treats.
So if she's a parasite, what do you think your sister is? I'll wait.
For you.
And that's just my personal opinion based on what I saw in that video.
My personal opinion based on the things I've seen in all your sister's video is that she's a parasite too.
And if she don't like it, too bad.
And if you don't like it, too bad. They hate their words twisted against them.
A succubus sounds worse.
A succubus.
A succubus. Yeah.
Yeah, and that again fits you.
My husband woke me up this morning and says,
I know the word, but I don't really think I can spell it.
My husband woke me up this morning and said, Marissa, is it true? I said, what? And he goes, that Aaron Carter died? And I said, yes. And I'm very upset over that.
They found him in the bathtub.
And now they go on to talking about Aaron Carter and gonna milk that tragedy. And I'm not giving that any life because I find what she's doing there completely tasteless and tacky, of course, too, because he wasn't even gone and she was releasing, he wasn't even gone 24 hours and she was releasing private text messages and stuff, just completely tacky. That's your life coach. I don't know what you guys think about that, but the sister should be saying all of this stuff to Molly. Dawn, you need to open your eyes and realize your sister does this stuff. You're not going to. This is obviously just how it goes, but it is what it is. They just continue to repeat themselves over and over again and milk the same shit and make excuses. Everybody should excuse their behaviors, but nobody else's are excused. Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. Does anybody have any questions before we get off here? I have been here for over 3 hours. Holy shit. But we discussed a lot of bullshit again. Molly, I'm waiting. You're welcome here anytime if you want to ask questions, if you want to confront the truth. But we know you won't. And I will not give you any attention on your channel. Absolutely not. Will not come into your comments. Will not say anything because it's pointless. I've done that before and tried to warn you guys before all of this got to this point. You blocked me, bitch. So here we are. And your little cronies. I'm just say this once again. keep digging into my real life. Keep trying to touch my real life. I'm not touching yours. But you keep fucking around, you're going to find out. I'm not going to play with you people. I'm not going to threaten anybody. I'm not doing that. I don't have to do that. But you keep playing with my real life and trying to get other people involved in my real life. Here's the thing. I didn't call all these people. I'm not seeking attention from all these other creators. I'm not panel hopping into their streams. I'm out here to talk about the facts, and that's it. They don't like it, fuck it. I'm not begging them to be a part of this. I don't care about a lot of this shit. Lori, I'm going to tell you once again, you might want to stop with your jokes and your games about Contessa, because I'm not playing with you anymore. I didn't even release the screenshots of you being in Dre's private Slay Mafia group. You want me to put all that out there? I don't think you do. I've got proof of it all. So before you continue your little games for Molly, because you're still in Molly's corner doing Molly's dirty work, I suggest you back the hell off. I don't care that you're out here doing your same old bullshit. But you touching my real life or trying to is going to get somebody put in a pretty bad position. And it's not going to be me. You guys are careless, you're reckless, and you're being stupid for no reason. Because you can't control what I'm saying. That's it. Penelope has one mission, and it's to paint this as a Katie problem. She's an anti-Kater. Mackie, it's out there. I didn't even have to put it out. The screenshots are out there. If you want to see them, come to my inbox. I'll send you the copy that I have. It's out there. Like, this is the thing. I am so sick of her shit. So sick of it. It's not even funny. She didn't attack Michelle first and foremost. Let's be clear. She went after me because she was trying to paint it that I was Katie. Then she went real life about somebody's deceased child and did horrible things. That there is a lot of fabricated information. I don't care for the person either, but there is a lot of untruthful things being spread out, and you can do your own research and find that out. And Penelope claimed to be a mental health professional and a medical professional, and I am not playing anymore with this shit. Leave me alone. Continue your games elsewhere. Yeah, you can hit my inbox on Facebook or Gmail. I'll get to it. I'll just post it on Facebook. I'll post them on Facebook. Oh, I'll post them over here too, probably. See, this is the shit. I just can't. Yeah, they're trying in real life, but she's not alone. She's not alone. There's a whole group of antis. That's what people are not realizing. Molly said it herself. She has made so much money off of people that don't like Katie. Think about what she said. The antis are pushing Molly up because it's a way to continue their stuff. Does that make sense? And you all know, oh, Big Al. Big Al. Appreciate you being here. That's the thing. I don't mess with anybody. I didn't dox her. I didn't have to. And the story that's being told too, she might want to check it because shit's just not as it is, but whatever. Yes, nonsense on the web. On Facebook, yep. Yep, Mocus, that is 100% factual. Yep. Oh, Beth, it's okay. It all gets out. It all gets put on YouTube. Everything I put out here, I put there. What did you say, Carla? Did I say any? Did I miss a comment from you? Sorry. Is that Courtney's husband? I don't know who Courtney is. I'm sorry. I don't even know who that is. I don't know who a lot of these creators are. I'm brand new to YouTube. I didn't even know who Katie, Molly, any of these people were. Hillbilly, thank you, but I'm good. I don't care who you guys like or don't like. That's the problem, is he's been respectful to me in here, and I will do the same. And you don't like it? Sorry. But I have issues with people who continue to make issues. Again, you're entitled to your thoughts and opinion. I know. Here's all the warnings on that. Oh, you guys are warning me on Big Al Crane, but you're not warning Molly that she's doxing the wrong person over and over again. Get the fuck out of here. Seriously. Come the fuck on. These people are just ridiculous with the double standards, y'all. She hasn't. Yeah, it's not wiped. Yeah, Moonlight, me too. No, you're good, Hillbilly Family Secrets. It's just crazy because people come in here warning, and they should be warning everybody of Molly. That's the problem. They take time to warn people of things that this is the first time I think he's ever even commented in here. Maybe second time, I don't know. And here you are. Isn't that ironic? Are you following him around, warning people about him? Why don't you spend your time warning people about creators like Molly, who are disrespecting and degrading a U.S. Marine veteran? Can you make it make sense? I don't, Forgotten Whispers, I don't know. I don't know. Forgotten Whispers is like, hey. Is it not illegal to claim you're a medical professional? Well, that's open for discussion, actually. Yes, in certain aspects. However, it's not truthful. It's not truthful. She was a pharmaceutical sales rep years ago. She has said that herself. So she doesn't have a master's or anything like that. I don't know. Yeah, there's been a lot. There's a lot. There's posts on Facebook, y'all. It's out there. I've been truthful. And I'm not gonna pussyfoot around because other people want to play fuck shit games with me over that shit. It is what it is, and I'm gonna continue to scream it from the rooftops. And you don't like it, it makes you uncomfortable, go somewhere else. Yes, Beth, 100%. Kourtney Kardashian. Who is, she's not related to any of them, is she? I don't know, Carla. No, Kourtney Kardashian isn't involved in anything that I know of. I don't have a clue. So, y'all, somebody said that in their mind, I'm Kim Kardashian. And then somebody else said, in my head, you're one sexy bitch. I was laughing so hard. I was loving it because the things that people come up with that I look like are just hysterical. Thank you, Nanya. Thank you. Yep. I just know when someone says, be careful for this person, I'll do my research and move on from there. But they better have receipts and facts on what they claim. Just saying. Yep. Thank you. There's videos, her videos. Yeah, I've got all the timestamps. I've got all the screen recordings of it, Mackie. I've got it all. I don't have them all of her videos, but I have enough of those. I think I've got 6 or 7 of them different times. But yeah. Big Al from Facebook. See, everybody's like, who are all these people? Oh, Melissa. Hey, I need to give you a wrench. I just saw you pop in. Shit, where'd it go? There it is. Hey, I need to give you a wrench. Where'd that go? There you are. Perfect. Gotcha. Yes, there are. There's some on Facebook. There's some on YouTube. There's some in videos. But there's more. I can, if you want, Mackie, if you want specific timestamps, I can send you some specific timestamps on videos. I don't know if they're still up or not, but I do have that. All right, y'all, I am out. Thank you all for being here once again. Thank you to all the newbies that popped in today. There was a lot of people here that were engaging in the conversation that I've never seen before. Again, you are welcome here. You are welcome for a different opinion. If you don't like me, you're still welcome here. I don't care. It's about the facts. This is about this fuck shit needs to stop, y'all. It's got to stop. We've got to start standing up and saying, no, we are not going to watch other adults degrade people's mental health, go after people with mental health issues intentionally for a show. We've got to stop entertaining this bullshit somehow. And we're going to continue to talk about it and talk about the facts, because the facts are the facts are the facts. And that can't be twisted. And again, you don't have to like me to understand that these are the facts. We encourage you to go do your own research. If you have questions, ask them. That's how you learn. That's how we start evolving right? We got to get out of this hole of thinking that this is okay. Hey, T, I just saw you. Hey, Curious, saw you too. Oh, yeah. No, Aaron's Courtney, Courtney Kardashian is married to Travis Scott, right? Is that right? New name, same person. YouTube took my Cherish. I'm sorry. Hey, Lorraine, thank you for being here. Yes, Mochas, I agree. Thanks, Beth, for being here. Thanks, Saucy, for being here. Ice Queen, everybody, Cheryl. Y'all, we'll see you. We might do something fun this weekend. I'm trying to figure it out if there's enough creators or other people that would join us on panel for our Molly Never Have I Ever. If you haven't seen what that's, we are going to play a game at night, either maybe tonight or tomorrow, and have people up on the panel, and we'll just go around and say things like, never have I ever, and it's something that Molly's done, but we haven't. And whoever screws up gets booted, and then somebody else comes in. We're just going to have fun and play a game. Travis Barker, thank you. Why do I always say Travis Scott? Contessa don't know shit about music. Let's be honest. Yes, if you have questions, Big Al says go to his page. He'll answer anything. All right, y'all. Thanks, Big Al, for stopping by. Yes, it'll be funny. If you guys missed it, me and Navy and Nunya started playing it one day just randomly, and we were cracking our asses up. Okay, nobody else might think we're funny, but we're super funny. Amethyst, no way. I did that already today without a voice changer. Oh yeah, it's so much fun. And anybody can play. You don't have to be a creator or anything. You can be brand new. I'm brand new to YouTube, and we just like to have fun sometimes. Shit gets really heavy around here. We talk about a lot of serious things. Mental health is one of our, my main passions, focuses, everything like that. So we're going to continue. Oh, and my signature is very awkward goodbyes. I'm going to say goodbye. Nunya. And Nunya always calls me on it. So yes, Chia was really good. We thought we were hysterical too. Yeah. Karma, I think you're right. I don't know who's who. Okay, with that, Contessa over and out. Thank you all for being here. If you wouldn't mind, hit that thumbs up on your way out. I greatly appreciate you guys. You're getting me into the algorithm, and I can't say thank you enough. Goodbye.